Hello, 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 everyone. It's Kim from K&RP here in southeastern Manitoba. It is a beautiful, beautiful sunshiny day, currently -4 Celsius, but feels like -11 with the wind chill, which means it is 26 degrees Fahrenheit, but feels like it is 12 degrees Celsius. So that's weather reports up. Do we have an echo happening somewhere? I don't know. Anyway, look who's here to play today. We are doing tags. So I've got a whole bunch of tag blanks that I'm going to be playing with. What about you guys? Moni, I'm going to make you big and you can tell us, pardon me, I'm going to make Moni center stage.
Yeah,
And
I'm big enough. I'm big enough.
so we'll do the abracadabra. There you go. What? Come on, abracadabra. There you go.
There I go. Hello, everyone. Monica Tiamoni Arts here. So excited to be playing with Kim and the Feral group today. I'm just going to be working on cutting up some tags from other packaging for my Junkie Junk journal. So I have my little Hershey's, trying to find all my little bits and bobs that I can use for tags in the little pouches that I'll have for pockets. So,
Hi,
yay!
Sherry. Hi, Janet. Nice to see you, lovely lady. All right. So that's what Moni's going to be up to. Beth, you're big.
Okay.
You're center stage. Abracadabra.
All right. Well, I always like to fly by the seat of my pants, and I got lots of ideas for tags this morning. Last night I was streaming, and we did. This is my grid journal, and you do things in the same thing in each box, like a grid. And it's fun to do the grids in different shapes and sizes and all kinds of ways to do grids. But the most popular one is probably like the ACT one, where you do them in a row like this. And then these are like ATC size or a size of a playing card, and you've got the same items on each box, and then you can cut these out and they can become tags, or they can become ACT cards, or they can become a book, put them in a book, make a book out of them. So there's lots of things that you can do with your paper and your leftovers. So I think I'm going to make do a grid today and make them about I'll see what size I'm going to make them. I can make them either this size or maybe something like this, and then I'm
Cool.
going to cut them up for tags. And I'll probably will use about 5 prompts, and I'll use the same prompts on each tag, but it'll be in a different position.
Awesome. Sounds good.
So
All
that's
right.
what I'm going to do.
All right. Shannon,
Hi, everybody. It's Shannon
center
here.
stage.
Our
Hi,
junkie.
Cindy.
How are y'all doing?
Okay. This is
I'm happy to be here with the lovely Kim Polton and all the rest of the lovely Feral Artist Group's artists. I will be working on some tags. I also fly by the seat of my pants.
here on this.
I feel like art has a way of its own, and it decides to be what it wants to be. And so we'll see what it turns out to be in the end. But they will be tags of some nature.
Awesome.
So thank you for having me.
Oh, no, you're welcome. Love to have you here.
There's a
All
red
right.
There's a red
We have Anne front and center.
Hello, everyone. I am going to be making a tag book because I have hundreds of tags already made. So I already glued my big book together, but I thought I would show how I did it. I took a big strip of this fabric that I have that's cut on the bias so it won't ravel. If you wanted it to ravel and look all ravelly, then you would just use regular fabric. But I just took a stack of tags that I thought, whoops, I did it wrong again, had a somewhat cohesive color story. And I made myself this little contraption here so I could get them even. And then I just take it and put glue, and I did it wrong again. I keep doing it wrong, put it too low. And then just put the tag up against this And up against
Oh,
that,
look at that. Look how smart that is.
well, it's because I don't ever do anything straight.
I don't do
I,
things straight.
I have to have help because I see crooked. I mean, it's not like I'm not trying to, like be humble or something. I really don't see straight. My eyes don't see straight even with glasses. So I have to figure out ways to do it. So that's what I did. And then all of my tags, a lot of them are really thick because I pretty much only use my own gel prints and glue them onto these tag blanks. This one's drawn on because I was trying to figure out where the fabric would go. And so they get kind of thick, which is why I have to really mush them. So
I
that's
really
what
like
I'm
that
going to do.
That is an
Huh?
amazing contraption.
Yeah, it's just an acrylic plate. And then this is actually a spacer for binding that my daughter cut for me on the Glow Forge.
Nice.
And it helps, keep everything even. And it's like a T-square, basically. You could use a T-square, but this
That's
one's
awesome.
really thin.
Yeah.
And I'm making the binding spaces fairly large because of the fact that I, tend to shove a lot of stuff in these things
Yeah.
and they get
Awesome.
fat. So
That's such a great idea. I'm going to have to steal that idea and play with it.
yeah,
All
you can
right.
get old Ron to just cut you one, huh?
I probably could get Ron to cut me one.
I
All
bet
right.
you could.
Look who else is here to play today. We have Florida Ann. You are front and center. Abracadabra. We're making tags today, hun.
I know you're making tags, and I'm just getting my tag stuff out. I knew
All
that.
right.
So
All
I
right.
decided that I even knew what you were doing before. Half the time I don't, but I remember from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's been a
That's a
while.
long time to remember.
It has been a
So
while.
I got to clear
Gold
the
medal to
decks.
Florida Ann for remembering.
I
Yeah.
know. And I remembered that there wasn't any stream also from last Sunday. Remembering a lot, so I'm just getting myself cleared away, clear the decks for the tags.
All right.
I'm
All right.
working on the
So
scattering.
are you using cards for your tags?
I'm sorry?
Are you using cards for your tags?
Cards, like card stock?
Like, what are you using to make your tags out of today?
Probably card stock and clothing tags, maybe.
Oh, lovely. Lovely, lovely.
I have a whole thing
Excellent.
that says a whole drawer
Me too.
that says tags. And I'm gonna get that down. I'm gonna rustle through that.
All right.
Let's see what's in here. If I can get it. Oh.
Right. All right. So I'm gonna put us all up now.
What are you? Oh, you have your tags up.
Look, there's all 6 of us. Woohoo! So everybody in the audience, if you would like to see someone up front and personal, please let me know. And hopefully I am paying enough attention that I can make them center stage for you. Of course, we're all going to be doing things our way. So hopefully one of us will inspire you to do tags of your own, because I'm sure that we all have different ideas. In fact, I know we all have different ideas. All right, Jen, thanks. I like it when you post stuff in my group. All right, I am using old greeting cards that I have covered in phone book paper. So that's what I am using for my tags. And we'll see how many actually get completed. You know how it works. But I'd like to thank everybody for being here and everybody who's participating. And before I go too far, we pulled the stick for tags for this week. Let's pull a stick for next week. First color called is the stick I will pull. We have green, purple, orange, yellow, pink, red, natural, and brown. Speak up. Speak up.
Pick a color. Pick a color.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yellow? Is yellow
Yellow.
on?
Okay, and called yellow. I'm pulling the yellow tag. And next week is fashion dolls.
Oh, fun. I just got a book for that.
And
My
it
gosh,
says,
I've never done fashion dolls.
it says sketch fashion dolls, but to me it's just fashion dolls. We're not necessarily, guys, we're going to do it our own way anyway, but next
We
week
do it
is
all way.
dolls.
Wow.
Right
Okay.
up my alley.
I just made some dolls not too long ago. It was kind of with fabric. They had like a fabric, but they were paper, but with fabric, a combination of fabric and paper.
That would be lovely. Hey, Jan, nice to see you. I hope you're feeling better, hon.
That would be a pretty tag.
So I'm just going to lay out a bunch of stuff.
Jan says red. Janet says brown.
Hi, Shannon.
Well, we only pulled one. We only pulled one, and it was yellow.
Okay, yellow
I
it was.
called yellow.
I'm
So,
behind on the game.
sorry. Yeah. Although, we could use those prompts for whatever colors we're using.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Could be. All right. So, I think that's what I'll do. I'll see what I've got in the way for scraps. So, Jan said red. I need to use red.
What else do we have? We have purple. Somebody said purple and brown. Oh, that's cool.
Footy.
Okay.
Look at these birds.
Good gravy. Somebody sounds like they're building a house.
Yeah, somebody's. I don't know who's.
Gravy.
Somebody's loud.
Yeah. I don't know who.
Okay. Whoever it is. Okay. Okay. My little sample one is done on both sides. So all I did was after I did one side, I flipped it over and did the other and glued them down. So that's my little one. Then I'll get out the big one.
I like that.
This big one's going to be a birthday present for one of my sons.
Oh, cool.
He's got a big birthday coming up. And I haven't made him a book yet. I made his wife the first book I ever gave to anybody. So I figure it's about time he gets one.
Brown.
He doesn't feel sad and left out. I have sent him other things, but he got an assemblage piece. I got it at Defy Auction. I think Susan Cordes made it, if I remember correctly.
Some of those assemblage pieces are incredible.
Oh, this one is like Speed Racer. You know, the cartoon character is what it reminded me of on a roller skate.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, he loves it, but he loves art. So all my kids do, but he actually does.
Well, that's
having family dinner yesterday, and all of a sudden, my grandson and his partner and Ron disappear. They're out in the shop and they're doing some turning and making bird houses, and it's like, okay, whatever. Have fun, guys. Love ya. See you later.
Did you have a nice time though?
Oh, we had a blast.
Good.
Had a blast. Nice having all the kids together.
And everyone was well enough to come this time?
Yes, it was fabulous.
Good.
Well, I mean, I hadn't seen the one family since Christmas.
Wow.
Because of everything. Well, teenagers in school, right? They can bring home every stinking germ available in the world. So I don't want to see them. I love them, but
they're like preschoolers.
Yeah, well, teenagers.
In lots of ways, huh?
girlfriends, and who knows what they're up to. They're teenagers. I just don't need it. Okay, so that's brown. This is going
I
to be
just got a
red.
phone call from my sister telling me she just got out of the hospital. She had
Oh,
pneumonia,
dear
Did she get it
God.
from the flu?
the flu and pneumonia. Yeah, and she's down in Texas.
My sister's got the same
Wow,
thing.
Texas is really in bad shape right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got flown from Medicine Hat to Calgary because of it. So that's there's a
Yeah,
lot of that stuff
this
going
year's
on.
flu is horrible.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay,
so red,
my little
brown,
idea is gonna work, kid.
red, brown. I need purple. Hey, Barbara, nice to see you, sweetheart. Welcome, welcome.
Hi, Barbara.
Hey, Barbara.
Barbara
Marty, we're all
won.
doing tags, but we're doing them different ways. I had already made tags, so I'm making a book.
So that's the
Now I'm
way we
going to
roll.
play with it.
Barbara was the lucky
I
winner.
had too many tags to start making tags. I didn't even bother to count them, but it was a drawer full. So
And then purple.
Hi, Janet. Hi, Monica. Marty.
Monica actually, or not Monica, Barbara actually won the giveaway on Friday for my 500 viewers, 500th viewer.
oh,
Oh, nice.
congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Oh, and I missed the giveaway. Darn it.
But I put your name in. I put a number in for you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. You didn't win, but I put your number in. And it was funny because Barbara wasn't here either. Sherry put a number in for her. And,
It's the thought that counts.
yeah.
But we appreciate it, even if we didn't win.
You can always meet.
Okay, so
These are
that's
hiding in here. Oh, these are cool.
But we all win if we get to watch Kim. So.
well, thanks, hon.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
But
as
I
was
couldn't
saying,
watch on Friday.
no, you were busy. You had much more important things to do, and I've got my fingers crossed for your daughter. That would be a lovely
Thank
thing
you.
to celebrate.
Yeah, she's had a very rough couple of months, and then all of a sudden in the last week it went from whoops, we think we're gonna have to close to oh my gosh, we're on a roll. So she's got some hopefully very exciting things coming up.
That's awesome. So very awesome. And how's her fuzzy boy?
Wait, what?
The fuzzy one in the house?
Oh,
The dog?
he went to the vet and they found out he's pretty much deaf and
Oh
going
no.
blind. And it's like, well, no wonder he's not obeying anything. The poor thing can't hear.
Yeah.
I gotta get some.
They're not sure how old he is exactly because he was a rescue, but
Right.
the vet said otherwise, except for he's old, he's in good shape, but he's got arthritis and
Yeah.
we think he might have doggy dementia a little bit. And I'm like, poor dog, I relate. I totally relate.
Yep.
It happens, right?
Yes. So I used red, brown, and purple on my tag because that's what you ladies were called out. And it's got the yellow that we actually did put. That was totally unchosen, but that's okay.
Oh, we got to put those colors. Oh, I was thinking for next week. Boy, am I slow.
Oh no. We pulled the yellow for this week. Oh, let's see what Beth is doing. Okay, abracadabra, Bethy.
Well, as I was deciding on how to do my tags, I found these little guys. So they're going to be tags on the back of these little guys.
Oh, those are cute.
I'm making doll, and then I can do some more dolls next week for something else, whatever
Yes.
she said for next week. But I'd already picked these out, so we're going to do doll tags.
Doll tag work.
I'm doing prompts on the back of them, and I've already stamped with a trash item.
Oh, I need a hole punch. So, does anybody have anything planned exciting for this week?
I'm having Beth on my channel on Monday night.
You're having Beth on your channel
Yeah.
tomorrow night. That is
Yes.
awesome.
7
gonna be a
p.m.
guest.
Eastern. If everybody's interested, come and see us.
You think I can be quiet enough?
Oh, I don't want you to be quiet. I don't want you to be quiet. Not at
I'm
all.
not.
I don't want you to be quiet.
Oh, good.
Oh, my cat Jessie decided to come and take over my space a little bit, so I'm going to wait for her to go.
Nothing like Sharon. Okay, this needs something fun and big, and you know what? Maybe I'm going to do some stitching down the side because I've got all this stuff sitting here. Yay, Monica's cat. Yes.
She says, "Hi everyone, hi everyone." Let's see. Let me see. I'll show you guys her lovely face if she'll let me. Let me see. Let's show them you. Let's show them your beauty. Let's show them your beauty.
Right. Oh, wait. Let me make.
Yeah, I don't know how long she'll let me hold her here.
Look at the beautiful stripes.
Oh, she looks like my tiger. I had a cat that looked like
This is the Feral Cat Club.
Oh,
It could be the. Well, I don't have a cat, but
It could be
I
our
want that.
mascot. Yeah, we gotta have a mascot.
oh,
Oh,
Monica is so beautiful.
yes.
Isn't she? She'll be 17 this year.
Oh wow, she's looking really good.
Beautiful.
Okay,
My cat's she's 12, going on 13.
come on. Get down. It's too early for a snack. I'll get you one in a couple hours.
a couple of hours. Poor thing. You're starving her.
She
She's
still
got a
has breakfast she hasn't eaten.
she
Yeah,
has,
why is that with cats? I
she has
noticed
to
that.
watch her figure.
She's real good. She doesn't like eat everything if it's there, which is good.
Yeah.
She only eats when she's hungry, and
That's lovely.
She looks like one of my grandsons has a cat that looks like that.
yeah,
He
it's a
named her
very
Sally.
it's a very common breed.
Yeah. Alley cat. Yeah.
What
Yeah,
is
I
the
know,
breed?
Barbara. It's beautiful out today, isn't it? And it's sunny, and I'm in the dungeon, but that's okay because I'm here with you guys.
So I went to a National Wildlife Federation banquet last night.
Oh, how lovely. I'm a
Yeah,
member.
it's kind of the one little banquet I go to every year.
I'm a member.
And I won. I love it when I win in raffles. It was so fun.
Oh yes, winning is always fun.
I won a little jewelry box.
Uh-huh.
Look at how cute this little jewelry box is.
do they travel? Your group?
It's the National Wildlife Turkey Federation. It's not a group. It's this like fundraiser, I guess, out here in the Midwest for turkey preservation and everything, conservation and knowledge, and the kids learn hunting and stuff. But they had this last year, and I tried to win it last year, and I didn't get it. But how fun, huh?
Nice.
I want a little wallet and compact and matching like luggage tag. It was a lot of fun.
Wow.
Well, that is fun.
Yeah,
Good,
I learned to like put my tickets
good stuff.
like in the beginning, in the middle, and then right at the very end before they close it, so that it's mixed in there to kind of improve my chances.
Ah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, but probably the best thing is then I go around and I get all the tickets and stuff from everyone that afterwards. So I have a bunch of tickets left over.
Ephemera.
Ephemera.
If anybody needs tickets,
Yeah, anyone wants tickets? I've got some of these, even like, look at bonus ticket, a bonus size.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, I mean, they're pink, but I've already colored some of them. You know,
I think
you can
every one
still
of us,
make 'em.
one of us will accept Happy Mail.
Well, you guys need to email me your addresses, and then Happy Mail may just show up in your mailbox.
I do not need tickets.
That's what
Me neither.
everyone says when I say I'll share my tickets. I don't need tickets.
I appreciate the offer, but
Well,
no.
they're a little different because they're not like the other standard like raffle tickets, they just say number. So I can
Okay.
stamp them, you can put a little sticker on them, but so they're a little different.
I just wrote on my fabric. Crud.
Very nice.
It's one of the banquets I go to every year. It's a lot of fun.
Well, like
It's
all of my,
interesting how it's so much fun to win. Even if you could afford to go buy the thing, it's like, oh, I won it.
right.
Yeah,
It is always fun.
yeah.
It
Because
is.
I do a big woo when I win. I didn't say it real loud as I normally do, but when I win and I like to tease.
Everybody knows, right?
Well, and everyone wants to win, but then I tease and say, yeah, I got this jewelry box. It only cost me $500 to win it.
Right.
But I didn't spend $500. No way.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's not good for them, but
Well, I spent plenty of money. That's for sure.
Well, I got all my butterflies. I have all of the caterpillars. I got them. I moved them outside, and they are chomping away on the milkweed out there and devouring it. And then seven of them that are inside in the cage have all formed their cocoons, so they're nicely quietly hanging up, and they don't need any more care or food or
Hi,
anything.
Pixie.
how many do
Nice.
you usually release?
I'm sorry.
How many butterflies do you end up releasing every year?
This is the first time I've ever done it. So
Oh.
I released, 17, 18 Gulf fritillary butterflies earlier this year. And right now I have 7 like in captivity. They're and their chrysalis is bright green.
Oh,
And the Gulf fritillary's chrysalis just looked like a dried up old leaf.
Ah,
And
probably
I
good for
actually
hiding.
watched the last one build its cocoon. It was amazing. It just came up from the bottom, and then now they're all hanging, all 7 of them. And
How
then
did
when
you get started with that?
a lady that I met playing bridge got me involved, and it became a lot more complicated and more expensive than I expected it to be. So
That's the way those things usually work, isn't it?
I know, and I thought I got them all outside.
hey, Brenda, nice to see you, hon. Who am I missing? Did I miss anybody?
And
Pixie
then
came in.
there was a couple of
Hi,
them falling
Pixie.
across the floor of the porch. Pick them up.
Yes, it's
out of
tagged
time.
today, Pixie.
Anyway,
Sorry, Ann.
that's right. No.
It was good to see the pictures of them yesterday.
Yes, you saw the pictures. Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
Did some stitching down the side. Now I need something fun in the middle.
I don't dare go outside and look to see what's left of the milkweed plants that I planted last week, because they're probably just sticks. Because they eat, man.
They do. They do.
Gosh.
We've got milkweed in milkweed
You're
in
making up for lost time being in that cocoon.
Yeah. Well, no, they're eating to get
Ready.
get ready to go in the cocoon, to go into hibernation, I guess. I guess
The
that would be,
butterfly must be my spirit animal then.
yeah.
'Cause I'm always leaving.
Right. I hear you, but we'll
Oh,
see.
awesome, Cindy. Cindy
Well,
said
it's just, go ahead. Sorry.
monarch butterfly chrysalis has a fine line that looks like gold in it. We raised over 50 of them a few years back to release and loved the experience.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
how lovely.
Our little area has a butterfly garden
Oh, that's lovely.
that some of the youth take care of. And they plant flowers every year, I guess, that draw butterflies. It's really
Yeah.
cool, though. A Girl Scout troop made a mural for it out of the bottle caps from, like, 2-liter soda bottles.
Oh, yeah.
Other things in different colors. It's really pretty.
I bet.
It
Yeah.
was just a vacant lot that no one could build on. So I guess the county said, okay, fine, you can make a garden.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, the only thing that the monarch butterfly will only lay its eggs and eat milkweed. They will not, nothing else interests them.
Really?
Yeah. Milkweed's it.
Allergic to milkweed.
There's 77 different varieties of milkweed.
Oh my goodness.
22 varieties that are in Florida.
Hmm.
Wow. Really
Yes,
reminds
and
me
they
of my
do eat
childhood.
a metric ton of, yes, steam and fire and ice. You got it. I'm finding that out.
So how do you feed them before they go in their cocoon? Do you have to feed them?
Well, well, this last time I had a whole entire milkweed plant that I put inside this mesh cage.
Uh-huh.
And they pretty much ate that plant until there was pretty much nothing left of it.
Wow.
And then I had a glass jar with holes punched in the top of it, and I filled it with water, and I went and cut sticks or not sticks, but yeah, stems of or branches from the milkweed plants and stuck them in the glass jar that had holes in it, and they chomped all of that. And I kept on adding new, limbs of milkweed like every day. And then they chomped on that.
Wow. So they eat a lot for being little creatures.
They really do.
They eat an enormous amount, and just milkweed. Now, my butterfly mentor lady that got me started, she said that they would eat the giant milkweed, which is a variety of milkweed, but they won't lay their eggs on the giant milkweed. But once they're in caterpillar form, she said you can just put them on the giant milkweed leaves and they will eat it. And that's what's happening. They're out there chomping away on this giant milkweed. And while I was out there bringing the caterpillars that were in the house, they were walking across the patio floor, and I was picking them up off the patio floor. Oh my God. I thought I had gotten them all. I looked down, I said, oh my God, there's 2 more.
You never thought Caterpillar Wrangler would be on your resume?
No, I did not. I'm surprised Lily didn't eat them. But
They have a scent that animals don't like. And
Caterpillars do?
the monarch caterpillars, yeah, they give off a scent that a lot of the animals won't eat.
That's
yeah,
good, or they really wouldn't survive, would they?
Yeah.
right. But they're out there chomping on the giant milkweed. And while I was out there yesterday adding, these are little ones, these caterpillars, very gently putting them on the leaf and holding them there until they grab hold with their little feet, they grab hold. A monarch butterfly very nicely flew by and deposited some more eggs. I'm thinking, great, I don't need any more eggs.
Yeah.
Where do you get them? Do you get eggs or do you get caterpillars in the mail, like to raise them?
No, these are the lady had them. The lady from Bridge just brought over
Oh.
a sprig that she had that had 5 eggs on it, that she thought had 5 eggs on it, but it really had 7. And those 5, which were 7, are now all in the chrysalis stage in the cage. All the rest, I kicked them outside. They're all outside devouring the milkweed plants that I bought from Home Depot.
Oh,
You evicted them?
I evicted them. I figured, you know what? Let nature take its course. It's eat or be eaten, I guess. And then in the back, I planted some passion fruit vine. And I went out and checked on that, and that has several of the Gulf fritillary caterpillars crawling all over those leaves, because that's what they eat. Very complicated.
See, you come for the art and you learn about butterfly habitation.
Well, butterflies are kind of like art. They're so
They
pretty.
are. They're beautiful.
They're beautiful. Because there's so many different varieties. My butterfly mentor lady, she likes, her favorite butterfly is called the zebra butterfly. I don't think I've ever seen it. I guess it's got stripes. I don't think I've seen one.
I read a book about the ladies that worked for Louis Comfort Tiffany in the glass shops.
Oh,
And
yeah.
his famous dragonfly lamp was actually designed by one of the women, and he gave her credit for it.
Well,
But it was
that's
because she saw a dragonfly and went, "Wow, that is, like the most beautiful set of colors ever." But yeah, he did. He treated
butterflies
his.
one Sunday. Sometime. Add butterflies to our list.
Okay, I will do that.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard so many people on my stream and in here saying, "Oh, I remember when I was a kid, there were monarch butterflies all over the place," and they are now. That population's in trouble.
Mm-hmm. And the bees.
And the bees, yeah, and we need the bees more. I mean, we need them all, but without bees pollinating, our diet's going to change drastically. Because they use them to pollinate, especially here in Florida. You'll see all of the beehives, the white boxes stuck out in the orange groves to pollinate the orange groves. Very interesting.
Welcome back, Janet. You made a flip through a video of your LGB journal. Cool, cool. Yeah, we've got. Hi, Fiber. Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. Jill, is your name Jill?
Jill.
Yeah,
Jill.
All right. Hi, Jill. Welcome. Yeah, we've got milkweed in the backyard, and we have had the monarchs and the caterpillars, and Ron will find them in the grass and get really upset and gently pick them up and put them back on the milkweed. But, you have to. It's wonderful.
That's good people. Yeah.
And he says, "I don't even want to walk on the grass anymore. I don't know where they are."
Oh.
Well, I knew nothing. I mean, I knew what a monarch butterfly was, but beyond that, I didn't know anything until recently. This woman told me about a book called Bicycling with Monarchs. And I listened to that book, and it's a story of a woman that followed the migration of the butterflies 10,000 miles, starting in Mexico, going all the way through the United States up to Canada, and then back down again.
Welcome back, Rita.
And talking about the plight of the monarch butterfly as she was bicycling with him.
That's a monarch caterpillar.
Yep, that's what I got, a whole bunch of them. They're beautiful. I can show you mine.
Do you have to release them when they hatch, or are they outside at that point?
No, they're in a cage. I will release them, yep. Usually when they come out of the chrysalis, their wings, they're in a cage. I will release them, yep. Yeah, they're whoops, I'm sorry.
They must be hungry.
There's an echo somewhere.
That's me. I'm sorry. I turned it off. Their wings are stuck together because they're wet. And it
Oh,
takes a while from them to be able to unstick their wings, and their antennae are usually stuck together, and then they get
Oh, no,
unstuck,
Teresa.
and then eventually they will flap, and then they'll dry off, and then they'll fly around the cage, and then I immediately, I let them go, obviously, because they're agitated. They want out.
I didn't realize they were so vulnerable when they first hatched.
Yeah, they're just hanging there.
Oh. Do birds eat butterflies? I don't know.
Oh yeah, they love the caterpillars.
Oh.
So here's a picture of mine. You can see three of them. So there's three of them in the cage. You can see the glass jar, and you can see just the stub of the milkweed. That's how far down they ate it. And my friend said, put regular sticks in there because they'll go out when they're done eating and they're ready to form the chrysalis. They'll walk out on the stick, and then they'll hang down from the stick and form their chrysalis.
Huh.
They walk away from the milkweed because they're from predators. All of my guys are hanging from the cage. They didn't like the sticks I put in there.
Ah.
It's like the experience.
Welcome back, Teresa. Oh no, you don't make parts anymore?
Hi, Teresa.
Ugh. I know,
Oh,
we've
that
got a
stinks.
20-year-old Mazda sitting dead in our driveway.
Old cars are fun, but oh, they can be a pain.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's our second vehicle. It was still drivable until last week. Ron figures it's the starter, so he'll just put a new starter in. But we can still get parts. All right, I got one done. Woohoo!
Woohoo! Yay, you! I want to know how many people like the smell of a stays-on ink pad and how many people don't.
Oh,
One of those things that people like or they hate it, one or the other.
I don't have any, so I can't make a comment.
Yeah, I don't know either.
almond smell.
I like it. It smells like almond extract.
Yeah, it smells like
Really?
almond. Exactly.
Really?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do.
But isn't
Sometimes I sit here sniff my ink pad. No, I don't really.
yeah,
No, I
no.
don't have any stays on.
But
Oh, it's a
isn't-
good ink pad. If you want an ink pad that won't bleed, that's the one.
The scotch glue stick, this smells really nice. Very, very pleasant aroma.
One day we were doing a smell test and figured out that gel press gel plates smell better than Jelly Arts gel plates.
Oh, okay.
nice.
For inquiring minds, for the
Yes.
people in the know, yes.
And gel press plates are thicker and sturdier.
Okay.
I think they are better. It's a
I
better
do too.
product. I like them better because I've had both.
Yeah, I have one Jelly Arts and the rest are gel press, I think.
I think gel press is a better product.
I do too. I agree with you.
Shannon, you're center stage at the moment. I'm just flipping through everybody so everybody can see what everybody's doing.
So I put this jelly print on my tag, and I had made jelly prints, and then I put a bunch of things on them. I put some some stamping on here, butterflies and circles, and I put some rub-ons on, and I just added this little piece of lace.
Nice.
And now I'm cutting out this doll, and I'm gonna give her some wings and put her on there, and then we'll go from there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
I thought Red will give you wings. I guess Shannon will get you wings too.
Monica, front and center.
Oh, trying to figure out what to do here. I got some stuff cut out, finding the tags I'm going to put in the little pockets, but I don't know. I think it needs some like stenciling or something on it just to give it like a little color or something. My first time doing this stuff, so I'm just kind of like,
Winging
I
it.
don't know what to do.
Winging it. Okay, I'm going back to Shannon for a minute because they'd like to know what magazine or book you got your figures out of because they're very.
Sure. I got this one out of this book here. It's a collage soup book. I got it on Amazon. They got great books with lots of different things. This one is The Secret Lives of Paper Dolls.
Ooh.
So all kinds of different.
Beth, are you looking at those dolls?
It's enable alert. Enable alert.
Enable alert. Enable alert. Yeah. We need a bell or something for
Even
that.
the background paper.
Oh, those are lovely.
Yeah, aren't they fun? Body parts. Background paper are fun to play with too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice book. Got some vintage dolls here. 1980s, 1950s. Got some men in there for you. Little girls.
That's a beautiful book.
Yeah. It's a good one. There we are. So there's all kinds of different ones here. It says Little Boy Blue, Parts Apart, Feministic, Neither Here Nor There, Botany, Bohemian Mystics. I'm going to get that one. Yeah. Oh, they got some bathtubs in the back, some chairs, some legs.
Will you just hold the front of the book up so we can get a Snapchat?
Absolutely, of course. Can you see that there?
And there's a
large soup. Can you move it up just a bit, hun?
This way?
Yeah.
Perfect.
110 fancy collage pages to cut up.
Perfect.
That's a lot of pages that you can get bits out of.
I have to put that in my wish list.
Yeah.
Good one.
Thank you very much, Shannon. Okay. We're meandering back over to Monica. Jump the bus. Here we go. Okay, Monica. Sorry.
No big deal. I'm just trying to figure things out here. Like I said, I'm new to this kind of stuff. Not sure what to do, but I do have one of those collage soup books. I'm going to be doing a flip through on it video this week. So, but it's something fishy. So you guys just kind of get the sneak peek real quick because I'll do the real flip through on my channel.
That's a different one.
Yeah.
Turn it upside down. Turn it upside down for you, so it'll be upright side up.
Yeah, it's upside down.
I thought I was right side.
Turn it up.
Anyway, I'm gonna do the whole flip through on my channel this week, and because I do, I fish, so I thought these would be some great fish to do, and I want to do some mixed media fish stuff, but they're double-sided. Sometimes the double-sided, it's like but I tend to scan the second page or at least make a copy of it before I start doing something on the other one. But I'll do a real flip through on that on my channel.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you. Yeah.
Very nice.
All right.
So go on to the next. I'm going to try to fix my hands.
Virginia Ann, you're up.
Oh, okay. Here I am. I wanted to show something I just did. I opened up a package of silicone stamps. This was not my idea. I saw someone else do it. But you know how it has the two plastic things to protect them? If you just open it and then tape those two plastic things together with, I used painter's tape because it was here. masking tape, duct tape, anything. Then you have an automatic folder for them.
Perfect. I like that idea.
I know, and it's free. I mean, it's there. It's like there
Yeah,
to give it
it's
to
a
you.
great
Because
idea.
I did find out the hard way that I was keeping small silicone stamps in like a little plastic box, and
Right.
they got all goopy.
Yeah,
They like
they
ate each
glue
other. I
together.
don't know what they did, but they it
Becca,
ruined them. I
sorry,
didn't know that. So
Becca, do you want to come play? I have room for 10 today because I got a free week on StreamYard, so I could have more people if you want to come and play.
ooh, there you go. So
Did
what I'm
Jerry say
doing now is
something like
just
that
trying
too?
to I'm trying
Sorry,
to
what?
add some more personality to the tags that are already here, which is probably backwards, but that's the way I do things. So
I like that idea though.
yeah, because I don't know for sure what I want to do, and I'm trying to like make it more of a cohesive color story by adding in like the colors from here to there
Right.
to make it flow. Even
So,
though they're going to be folded, they're still going to face each other, and I guess you could pull it all out at once. I don't know. That's what I'm doing now is trying to zhuzh them up a bit and add some more personality. And this may be one of the few books I write on because what I want to do is write characteristics of my son on each tag.
oh, very cool.
And some of them I left open at the top so I could stick another tag in.
Oh, lovely idea.
And then I'll put pockets on some to add another little tag or a quote or ATC or something on there. That'll be the next step is to start adding. So I took a stencil and outlined it with metallic marker. That's what that is. And I just added some, let's see. This one has a stencil that I took a fine line marker and just went around the shapes in the stencil. And
That's
somebody
cool.
was saying, I don't remember who it was now, that they hadn't done this much before. I started using my tags when I took a class that was like a week or 10 days long. It was one of those free things where it's one day every day some instructor does something. So I pulled out the tags and used those for the samples
Great
instead
idea.
of, yeah, they're a good weight. They're just commercial packing tags.
Yeah.
I thought it said 50 when I ordered them from Walmart. It was like 50 for $8. It turned out it was 500 for $8.
Yep, that's kind of what happened to me.
Yeah,
I've done that
that's
too.
well, good. I'm glad somebody else has done it, but they work really well for that. Like this was a watercolor class. You watercolored it and then sketched over it. So it was like, oh, well, I don't want to, a 5x7 or 8x10 of that, but a tag, sure, why not? So
Yeah, that's cool. Very, very cool.
that's
Okay,
what I'm doing.
so
Stamping
Barbara,
and marking.
They could be more Happy Mail too, you know.
They could be, although I don't know. Happy Meal gives me anxiety, so I don't do it very often.
yeah. So Barbara says at her local library they have an ongoing book sale. You can purchase items individually or a grocery bag full for a fixed price. She's been very successful there.
Yeah,
Becca's
that's
still
what
looking up. Um,
that's
Sherry
what
says,
I had said. Who was it that said Pixie Cora said she wished she could buy a collage book?
yeah,
And I said, look, go to your library and ask them.
yeah,
Our
exactly.
library gives away magazines all the time
Yeah,
or books, but you don't know. Sometimes they don't advertise it. You have to actually ask a librarian.
yes, yes,
The first
yes.
time I ever saw Somerset Studio magazine and the art journaling magazine, it was at the library and they were giving them away.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
Or
right.
let your neighbors know that you would love to have their catalogs
Oh, yeah.
that they
Yeah.
might get if you don't get any.
Yeah,
Or
There are free.
years ago when my daughter was little, we subscribed to a catalog from a super upscale children's catalog. I
Mhm.
think it was called Red Carousel, but I could be wrong. And she would go through it and go, "Mommy, could you make that for me? Could you make that for me?"
that works.
We, we
Jan
didn't
says,
buy anything, but we got lots of good ideas. So the same thing
yep,
can work. You don't
exactly.
have to buy a book
That's right.
necessarily.
Jan says at her library they have a cart by the front door and you can pick through, pay for them and take them home, which is
Yep.
very cool too. All
Yeah,
right,
one of our libraries has a box of magazines like that.
Beth is front and center. Look at those wonderful stick people. Now I have to do different stick people than I've been doing.
So, and don't worry, I'll have different people for next Sunday for the dolls. I got ideas for new dolls, but these would be perfect for the doll. But I'm going to use a collage on the back, and they're going to be uh, I'll have a word. I've got words up here picked out. I've got some stickers picked out. I've got some fabric picked out,
Hi,
and
Dr.
I've already put on. I put some lace on at the top, and it's too white, so I think I'll add some string, some either twine or embroidery floss,
So
and then the
Beth, where
girls
did
have a bobby pin to hold their bangs back.
cute, cute. Beth, where did you get those dolls?
I got them on Amazon,
Okay.
and I got two different kinds. There's two different ones I got here, but they were just type in kid cutouts, and they were in like the teacher section for school,
Oh, cool.
and and um and so they each have will have the date on them. They'll have the date, and they'll have some different items that I'm getting ready to put on them next. But I've already put on a little bit here and getting them started.
That's cool.
So
That makes me think school libraries might be a better resource because they would have less storage space.
Yep.
Especially at the end of the year, just ask your local school for teachers or whatever.
Yep. Okay.
And if you want to hang out with me, Pixie, come over and watch me Tuesday night, and I'll show you a whole bunch of magazines that you can get for free.
Yeah. Beth knows.
I don't subscribe to any magazine. I don't pay for any of them, and I'm I threw out a whole bag full yesterday, a garbage bag. I couldn't pick it up; it was so heavy.
Maybe recycled, right?
And I just have too many. But you can get them for free, and that's where you get all your collage fodder.
Yes. Speaking of collage fodder, Anne and Beth are working in a forest book, and they inspired me to work on a coffee table book too. So I'm playing with that, but not
Okay.
along with them because a lot of times I'm away on Wednesdays. All right, I go big for a minute.
Yeah.
So this is school library. Again, they were talking about school library, free books. My daughter actually works in a government position where they provide the books for teachers to use in their classrooms. And this one was going to the dump.
Hi, Belinda.
I want it. So look what I got.
Oh.
This is Inuit. It's all in Inuit.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know they had written language. Wow.
I'm so jealous.
How unique is that? Holy
So
mackerel.
I don't know if I want to cut it up yet. Like
Well, you can scan it or take copies of pages and.
Yeah, like it's incredible, but it's a beast of a book. How many pages? Are there numbers in?
Oh, that's nice fiber.
So I was very, very fortunate. Yeah, even their numbers. Let me put my glasses on.
It looks almost brand new. It must be a new.
No, it's obsolete. 551 pages.
Wow. Another resource is real estate agents.
Yes.
Because they often have houses that need to be emptied out.
Yes.
Just get to know one and tell them you love old books. You never know.
Hi, Belinda.
Hi, Sherry.
I think it serves a dual purpose too, because you're not only getting it at something you can easily afford, which is free, and you're keeping it out of the landfill.
Yes. Like, I mean, I'm just in
Inuit
awe.
is Eskimo fiber.
Yes.
The tribe, yeah.
So,
it's a peoples, aren't they? An ethnic group, aren't they?
Well, yeah, we knew them as Eskimos as kids, but their proper name is Inuit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm really excited that I've got that, but now I don't know what I want to do with it. I also have my mother-in-law's old German cookbooks with the real fancy text, uh,
Oh,
and I really want to chop it up, but I don't want to chop it up. Like, oh,
it's hard.
and the really cool thing is now that I've got like my grandson's partner reads and understands German. So she's been translating some recipes for me. So that's kind of fun.
Ooh, fun. I
Yeah.
like old cookbooks. That's another
Yeah,
one you can often find.
yeah, yeah.
I have some old
Take
ones.
care, Barbara. Big hugs.
Hi, Barbara.
Bye, Barbara.
See you later.
Ooh,
We'll miss you.
tag.
All right.
Here's a tag.
So I have only managed to get one tag done. Bad. Oh, wait. Beth, Moni's been up. Anne's been up. Shannon's been up. Florida
I have
Anne.
another collage
Florida
book.
Anne. Center stage. Florida Anne. There we go.
Okay, this is a big tag that I've been working on. Here's the one side of it
Wow.
that I did a while ago.
That's
And
wonderful.
and this was a product behind, it was some We Are Memory something. And then here's the
Memory
other side
keeper.
I'm started to work on today. And I found these, they're called clear vinyl transparency sticker paper. And so when you print them out, it's a sticker, but it's transparent. It's really cool. You can see how transparent this sticker was when I stuck it down. It's so transparent, and I got it just for inkjet printers. And I'm finishing this up. But here's another collage scoop book too to add to the. This is
That's
the
right.
neither here nor there, and it's got some really
Carol, welcome, hon.
interesting, kind of creepy, a little bit of everything. That's why it's neither here nor there. I love the cats. But again, this is another one. It's hard to cut up. Yeah, Janet. I mean, I'll show you I learned about it from Louise Hensel.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got stacks of stuff, but this is what it's premium printable vinyl sticker paper. It's a mouthful.
Oh,
And
There's your stickers, Kim.
yeah.
There we go. Do they like that, Anne?
Here, I'll peel one off for you because you can see.
So, okay,
Here.
I have to ask. So, when you use that paper and then you're making it into a sticker, you can't cut it so that there's a white edge. Like, how do you manage to do that? Do you just print it like you would print regular and then cut
Yeah,
it?
I just put my picture like on the scanner bed of my inkjet printer. Put this in the right orientation, and unfortunately I've cut them all out. But this is
Okay, how easy is it to peel the back off once you cut it out that way?
yeah. I'll show you. I cut my nails, which was not a good idea before streaming. But
I use a straight pin sometimes to do that.
yeah, I know. There's all sorts of ways of doing it. But
And who makes that paper? I'm sorry.
Huh?
Because so many people have asked me to do my bits into
Oh,
stickers.
come on.
And
Damn it. Excuse me.
all's good. Nothing I haven't used.
Well, there. I think I got it. There. Okay. No. I do. Let me see. Nope. Wait a minute. pressure's on.
It's okay. Chris,
Here,
Performance anxiety.
here you
Okay.
go. See?
oh, look.
It is completely transparent.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
It's
Isn't
So,
that
like a
gorgeous?
packing tape transfer, but much easier.
And
yeah.
it works with an inkjet printer. Ooh, baby.
See, our,
And I'll stick
our,
it here, and you'll see how transparent it is. I mean, it's totally so transparent you can't.
I love that. Okay, so who makes the paper and where did you
It
get it?
is. I got it on Amazon, of course.
Okay.
Komali.
Komali?
Vinyl sticker paper. Okay. I definitely have to.
Komali. Okay, there we go.
Fast ink absorbent, vibrant colors, quick drying, non-waterproof. Not non-waterproof. I can't even speak. Poof.
Waterproof. Don't put it on your waterproofs.
Tear resistant, and it has cutting machines. So I guess you can put it through a Cricut because it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have to learn how to do that, but I like that. Jill says she used tip from sticker backs. She made a sticker page with double-sided tape. I can't get my double-sided tape to lie down flat for love nor money, so I like this idea of actually getting sticker paper.
Yeah, and I don't know whether I bought a pack for a laser printer or not. I have a feeling that I bought one for my laser and my inkjet, but I don't know whether. But I was very, very pleased with the quality. Like here's an
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the stuff that isn't clear like that, but I've never
I have
seen
the
that.
other sticker paper that's not clear, but this is, you can see how clear that is.
Yeah,
I love that
that is
idea.
awesome.
And these faces were freebies from Fox. Is it Roxy Creations?
Mhm.
Yeah,
It was a
Kofi
sheet
has
full
a bunch of free stuff
Oh,
on it if you look.
You know, all of those folks, if you go to their websites and you open them up, they're always, and you hit the more button, they all have free digi downloads. They're all very generous. You could create a whole collection of digi downloads and not, get them for free.
Canva has a bunch of free stuff too that's copyright free.
Yeah. But this was from Roxy's, and it was people, and you can see I've used quite a few of them, but and I tried printing them out on using this paper. So I highly recommend it. A lot of times when you print this on transparency, if you touch it, it smears because it hasn't dried yet. This was very quick drying as soon as it came out of the printer.
Nice.
No.
So that's my new discovery, thanks to Louisa Hensel.
I love listening to
Thank
her.
you,
I forget
Louisa.
to listen to her.
She cracks me up. Oh my God, she is so funny. She
So
doesn't need to be funny, but there was one that she they lend up well under. Yes. She was doing one video, and I know I can say the S word. Well, I'll say shirt, but she kept on saying shirt. Oh shirt. Oh shirt. Shirt. She thought she was saying stuff. She didn't realize that she was saying shite.
Yeah.
And, oh my God. And then the next time she came on, she said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought I was saying stuff when I was."
Monica, you keep poofing.
Yeah, she does all her videos in English and
in German. Yes.
Yes.
And the German
that's a lot of
one
work.
might be a little bit different. I was watching her do something, and she did this. I can't remember now. It was some beautiful thing that she did, and she said, "Well, you can watch you can watch my German one. It's the same process, but it's a little bit different." So it was,
okay.
it's amazing how they can just do it. I can't imagine, can barely do it in English,
Yeah, me too.
let alone another language. But
My second language is Babel.
yes, there you go.
Mine is trucker.
Trucker.
Uh,
I didn't know that was a language.
Well,
Well, I know what you mean, but I meant,
Yeah.
Yeah.
is it classified as such officially?
I don't know.
Do they have translators?
Sometimes I guess they need to.
Now,
Not that
I'm
we would
sorry, I
want
missed. What is your second language?
trucker.
Like
Trucker,
sailor,
trucker
we
mouth.
would
Yeah,
say.
like sailor. Yeah, sailor.
Sailors, yeah.
My sister
I
actually.
remember when I was quite young using a word I had heard someone else use that is really not very polite at all. And my dad was like, and he could swear. My dad swore quite frequently. He got so mad. He was like, even the worst sailors in the ocean don't use that word. I don't ever want to hear that word out of your mouth again, ever, for the rest of your
Oh,
life. I was like, okay. I didn't even know what it meant, or I just heard somebody exclaim it. So when I dropped a plate,
right.
I said it,
Well, that reminds me of that scene in A Christmas Story where he says the F word because he
Yeah, that
and
was it.
and then the little boy, the character in the story, he's like, as soon as it comes out, and then they want to know where he heard it from, and he blamed it on some other kid, and then his mother calls that mother, and they're washing his mouth out with soap, and
One of my nieces, when she was little, was at my dad's house and she had a toy vacuum. So she was vacuuming like a little pro with her little toy vacuum until it got stuck under the couch.
uh-oh.
And then in her little tiny 18-month-old voice, it was the S word over and over as she tried to get that vacuum out from underneath the couch. And it was so funny. We were all trying not to
But
laugh
the
because if you
thing is,
laugh, then
she used it in the right context, right?
she did. And she was like, you could tell she had caught because it was the inflection of it that was
Yeah.
so perfect. You could tell she had heard it somewhere else, that was what you said when your vacuum got caught under the couch. Oh
So
my
that must
goodness.
have been
Fair enough.
mom, perhaps.
Yeah, I think it was mom, but whatever. It was so funny, but we didn't want to laugh because,
No, no.
then she
Oh,
would
I
be.
see now. Trucker. I thought you were saying tracker. Of course, truckers have their own language. And, there's a kitchen language too when you're working behind the line in a kitchen, and it's
Yeah.
pretty rough
Yeah.
in the heat of the moment. There's a lot of cursing going on
Oh,
behind
yes,
the line.
yes.
Burn your hand one time on one of those commercial stoves. You might say something you don't normally say.
Oh, yeah. Or you get,
When I had the pizza restaurant, the oven was 650 degrees, and of course, you're reaching into the back of it to pull those
yep. I was a
pans out.
broiler chef.
I had burn stripes all the way up my arm.
I was a broiler chef, and I still have marks all up and down my arms.
Yep.
The lady that ran our school cafeteria also did the cooking for Boy Scout camp. She made the best fried chicken ever, but she had burns up her arms from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reach in with those tongs and you get a little nick, a little
Yep.
burn.
All right, Jill.
I was never a chef. Nope.
Another one of my many jobs.
I did that while I was putting myself through nursing school.
Yeah. I worked in the summer. I lived in a summer community, so from Memorial Day to Labor Day, they always needed me to cook.
Nice.
Oh, that's, yeah.
Okay, Moni. Moni, if are you steaming later?
And what do we do after this?
That's funny. Steam, fire, and ice is my daughter heard her dad say the D word when he went over those speed bumps too fast. So she learned to say that word whenever we went over a bump as a kid. It
That's
was
funny.
hard not to laugh at.
You were a sous chef, Teresa? Yeah.
Yeah, we had a friend that their dog's name thought it was Diet because that's what the dad would
Hi,
say,
Carol.
get off the couch. Diet, get off that. Diet, stop it. So that became the dog's name.
Carol's here.
Carol's here. I don't
Oh,
see her.
hello, Carol.
Hi.
Welcome to the Feral Artist Group.
Hi,
Yeah,
Carol.
I was here once before.
I know. I said today. I clarified. My sentences get a little bit cockeyed since the stroke. Like they're not in the right order sometimes.
You're fine.
You're fine. You're doing well. You're doing extremely
You're doing
well.
great.
Thanks. I appreciate that. But it frustrates me.
I
Oh,
understand completely. I have aphasia from a brain injury.
Yeah. Well, yep.
Same thing.
Don't you love it that they call it cerebral events? Like technically, it
So they
sounds
call
like we should have had refreshments and
Oh my
or
gosh.
worn
Is
our
that the
gloves or
term
something.
that they use now?
It
Is
is,
that like the
yes,
political?
yes. That kind of covers everything. Like I've had a stroke, I've had meningitis, I've had encephalitis, I've had multiple concussions. I've had open heart surgery, which causes something called pump brain. So it's amazing I have a brain, but yeah, they call them cerebral events oftentimes.
huh.
That just doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound respectful of the severity of.
It's not. It
Yeah,
doesn't.
it's
Does
true.
that
I
make
know, that's
sense?
what I
Like,
mean. It sounds like a party,
True.
doesn't it? Like,
yeah,
Does.
it doesn't seem. Yeah.
well, it's like I remember the first time I heard a patient when I was working in a hospital say the patient expired, and I thought, well, what do you
Jeez.
mean? Like their library card isn't valid or what?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Carol,
All
can
these,
I make you center stage? See what you're working on?
I just started.
She gets you as soon as you come in, she's right
I
on you.
know. I know.
she needs fresh blood, Carol.
She needs fresh blood. Well, actually, I'm using watercolor paper because I'm making my tags, and pardon my voice because I've been having so many reactions to many different things lately.
Those
Yeah. You
allergies
have
are
your
still
own
not
events
leaving you
going on, right?
alone.
And all I've been trying to do is survive day by day. So I thought, well, what's the best way to try and get through things is to enjoy it with friends.
And I
So
appreciate you being here.
So what I'm
Mhm.
doing is I'm taking my watercolor paper and I'm going to make tags with my watercolor paper and I'm trying to make them kind of ATC size, but also make them a tag because I've been doing the mini paintings. So I thought what I would do is I was making them ATC size, but I'm going to turn them into little tags as well.
Hmm.
So I thought I could just clip off the edges and then do my paintings
Those are
on.
beautiful. Those are beautiful. I like
Oh,
working with
those are so
frogs
Oh,
too.
pretty.
that's great. Oh,
I
I
love
love
that
that card.
frog. That
Yeah.
frog is just
So there's a
incredible.
challenge in this 100 mini paintings in a year. So I figured that I can handle because I've got a year to do 100 paintings. But what I also did was I also did the 100 stitch meditation, and it's just stitching whatever down. And I'm going to turn these into little tags, and then I'm going to put them in and around my scroll.
Hmm.
Lovely. What a great idea.
So those are the things that I've been doing, and I usually end up doing these at night because it's when I'm sitting in bed just trying to survive the day.
Yeah, yeah. That's when I do that row on my crocheted blanket.
Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn these 2.5 by 3.5, which is ATC size, and then I'm just going to trim the edge and make my tags.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Lovely.
Yeah,
I
thank you
love
very
that.
much for putting everybody's channels in, hon. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Jill says she says each child took something and left something behind, like my big behind. Uh, yeah, I blame things on my kids too. Brenda says she has brain damage from surgery to remove a large benign tumor. She owns her damage and she doesn't suffer from aphasia. She enjoys it. The mixed up mess that comes out of my mouth keeps things interesting. You know what? That's true. I do that too, Brenda, and people will look at me and have a puzzled look, and I know darn well what I said. If you can't decipher it, not my problem. Yeah,
My
yeah,
daughter's favorite was when I think it was meningitis, and I didn't realize it how bad it was until when we were out driving, everything I was just super suggestible because it had affected the frontal lobe, and that's where your like
yes.
control center is, And I remember she was just laughing her head off because first I called another driver a rude word, and I don't usually use those words. And then we turned the corner and there was Chick-fil-A. I was like, oh, I want waffle fries and ice cream. And she was like, Mom, what is wrong with you? It's like everything I saw I wanted. Oh, you want a bundt cake? There's the bundt cake place. That's often a symptom that something's gone. But it was kind of fun at the time. And my husband would go nuts because I'd be like, oh, I want Popeye's chicken. Okay, I'll go get you Popeye's chicken.
Oh,
Yeah.
But yeah, now I can't eat Popeye's chicken anymore. It was fun while it lasted. Yeah, you have to laugh at it or you will go nuts.
You
And
do. Yeah.
Indeed.
I'd say that a lot of it is because I'm starting to get gray hair because I'm aging. Okay, I'm old. But anyway, that each gray hair is actually brain matter, like the gray matter vacator in our
Oh, that's a good
body,
idea.
right? So
Right.
that it's taking something with it. So
that
it works
explains
for
a
me.
lot.
Yeah. My gray matter has left the building. Oh, that's what that hair was.
Yeah. And it's worse if you get mad or upset or something.
It
I
is.
would imagine, yeah.
That's why I just don't want to get upset. If people are ugly, I just don't care. I don't want to put up.
Be ugly someplace else.
Yep.
Yeah.
I told my husband something the other day about something that was I didn't agree with, and I was like, well, okay, I'm just not going to be a part of that. And I said, but you need to understand when I say I don't care, I'm really not going to care. Like,
Yeah.
it's going to be gone from my life.
Yep.
That's survival.
I'm at the age where, like, seriously, no, I don't need that in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Enough of the drama. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, done, just done.
Drama, disrespect, whatever. It's just
Yeah.
no. Just gonna go happy.
Yippers.
But
The
you know what?
cartoon character that used to say happy, happy, joy, joy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember that too.
I don't remember what it was.
Wasn't that Steve? No, was that Steve Urkel or was it the character
No.
on Saturday Night Live?
No, I think it was on Animaniacs, maybe.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember.
It was a cartoon my kids watched. I don't know.
Okay.
So it
I
must
just
be.
did your thing that you suggested with the tape. I like that.
Oh, with the
They did
stamps,
it.
yeah. I didn't know that they would get yucky. I mean, I have some little ones that I pulled out and it was like, ooh, they're
Yeah.
gooey.
I've never had any get yucky, but
And
I
some of
always
them
put
are
the. I like that because then, like, that's such a great idea.
Yeah, like
Thank
she
you
was
for showing that.
whoever showed it was like, don't buy those expensive containers. Just do this. They already and if you don't have those things anymore, I have a whole bunch of the overhead projector transparency things we used to
Yes,
use.
those are the perfect weight. Yeah,
Yeah, they're the perfect weight for that.
yeah.
Or page
Or
protectors
even
work.
like those containers that like spinach come in. If you save like the tops that are flat, that's a nice heavy duty. Because I've saved those to carve stencils out of, but that would work too.
My spinach just comes in a bag. You get nicer spinach than I do,
I
apparently.
do. I get the triple wash, the fancy baby spinach.
Good. That's what I bought, but it was in a bag.
No, I came in a plastic container.
You got fancier.
I got fancier. And it was on sale, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, it's the only way to
And
shop
it's-
now is when things are on
Everything's on sale. Everything.
And then it's twofers, buy one, get one free. And then what do I do with all that spinach? Because I'm only one person, so I'm eating spinach and everything.
That's what I do.
Pretty worse.
I stick spinach in everything.
I do too. Making scrambled eggs, handful of spinach.
Yeah, me too.
It's all good.
Spinach, salad.
I dehydrate it and then grind it up and put it in things to hide it. because my
Yeah.
husband says he doesn't like spinach. But
That works wonders too.
Yep.
Well, I've been making that easy lazy man's quiche where you scramble eggs, cottage cheese, and you take that 10-inch flour tortilla and stick it like in a
Yeah.
frying pan, whatever.
Huh.
And so it comes up the edges a little bit, and you just mix in three eggs and like a 3/4 of a cup of cottage cheese. Mix that all up. Pour that in that taco shell or whatever, that's flour thing. Cover it with spinach and cheese, and 350 oven for a half an hour, and it comes out like a beautiful quiche without
I
any.
would like to do that. Do you have the
It's
recipe for that?
unbelievable. It's so easy. You can Google it. Just say flour tortilla quiche and all sorts of
Okay.
recipes.
I'm
I
gonna do that.
saw it on a reel. That's how quick,
Huh.
that's how fast you can make it.
Cottage cheese is really full of protein too. It's very good.
Yes.
It's very
I've
high
seen
in
somebody
salt,
that's
so-
making the bagels out of cottage cheese.
Oh,
She's doing
bagel
that.
chips. I've seen a lot of the keto recipes. They're making all sorts of things out of cottage cheese.
Yeah, it was cottage cheese, flour, and baking soda. And
Yeah, I saw that too. That's cool. I
See,
mean,
I
I
do
love
that with omelet, but
I
I
do.
mean,
Me
I-
too.
I do that when everybody's coming for brunch. I'll eat a dozen eggs and do the same thing and bake it. We just call it baked omelets.
right.
Brenda-
There you go.
yeah,
Brenda says it will be 18 years in July since her surgery that saved her life but left her altered. She says she's used to it. People around me have learned to understand my new language and impulsiveness.
Oh,
We love you just the way you are, Brenda.
yes.
We really do.
Here's a
People
little
are
here's a little
vulnerable.
tip for somebody. If you don't have any stamps, mine are dried out. Take your watercolor. Don't watercolor it down too much, but paint it onto your stamps.
Always. I always do that.
oh,
Oh, yes. And it gives you that water. It looks like you've watercolored and not stamped with
It
ink.
does, and it looks.
Oh, can I just
so
use regular
cool.
acrylics or whatever?
could you do that and remove paint from a watercolor? Like just stamp it to remove some and create an impression?
Yep, yep. And then just take
Yeah,
a
and
tissue on the other side afterwards and blot it, and it will come up.
Carol, do you spray your watercolors with something to fix them once they're done?
Not recently. I haven't. No.
I just wondered. Watercolor's new to me, so
You can use. I've heard people using hairsprays. There are fixatives that you can buy, but
Yeah, I
it.
think Edie uses a water-based fixative so you can clean up with soap and water.
Yeah, I use a spray fixative for like different mixed media.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I want to do a layer that's going to be lifted and I don't want lifted, I'll use the spray fixative to put it on there so I can go to the next layer without any problems.
has anyone used a fixative on those distress inks? Because I have some of those and I don't like that they smear all
That's
the
what I
time.
use. I use them on that for sure.
And then you use a fixative on it?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, those distress inks are, they're a little pain in the butt because they cause distress because
Yes, they do.
Yeah, that's where you need the fixative for sure.
Yeah,
That's a good way to put it. It's a good way to remember them.
because you think you forget, right? You think, and then you go near it with some water, and then you have a whole different picture.
Yeah.
And they aren't. Oh, Marty asked. Yes, Marty, I'm putting them on a strip of fabric because I'm making an accordion book. This will eventually be an accordion book. See, like do.
This purple, this will work.
That's the goal. Right now, it's just a long strip with tags on both sides.
It's a long story.
Yeah, it's going to be a long story. That's right. Well, he's multi-talented, so it's going to be a birthday present for one of my sons.
It's like my 16 chickens on a tambourine.
Yeah.
Not
16
trampoline.
chickens on a tambourine.
Yes, not trampoline. I thought. So,
16
apparently, it's
chickens
the
on a
song.
trampoline is a pretty funny visual image, though.
It is. I'm liking it.
I thought she said 16 chickens on a trampoline, but the song is 16 chickens and a tambourine.
Oh, and a tambourine. Tambourine.
Yeah, not on a trampoline. So,
I love those things that where they show like what people think the lyric actually is, but it isn't that.
oh my
Yeah,
God, those are so funny. Yep.
I love them.
Like Clarence Clearwater. It sounds like a bathroom on the right, but it's a bad moon on the rise.
Yeah.
Or that one, Dancing Queen, only 7 teeth.
Yes. Yeah.
Pardon me, ma'am. Is that the cat who ate your new shoe?
Yeah.
That's an old one.
There's
Yeah.
a guy I watch on Instagram that his kids like he tells the funny things his kids say, and there's one kid who's 5. They always have to go get the 7-year-old to interpret
Yes.
for him. Have you seen that?
Yeah, Mom and Dad chats. I love him. He's in Minnesota.
Yeah. Did
And
you
he's a
see the one
lawyer.
about he wanted people chicken?
Yes, yes.
It's funny.
He wanted what? A piece of
No.
chicken?
No, he kept saying they were going to get food, like takeout food, and he wanted people chicken. He was getting upset because the dad was like, honey, I don't think anybody makes chicken out of people. No, it's people chicken. So finally, his daughter came in and said, well, I'm not sure what she wants, but why don't you pull up the logos from all the local, close by chicken places? It was
Right.
Kentucky Fried Chicken, because if you look at the logo, it looks like a stick person. And he
Oh,
was calling
okay.
it people chicken.
Okay.
That's one for the books. You should write those
Yeah.
down. You'll forget
Beth,
them.
Beth, your center.
Okay, I'm just working on my tags and
Mind your own business.
fixing them, doing this little collage thing on the back. And this one says create healthy habits.
Nice. And you're putting a bobby pin on each of them?
They each have a bobby pin. The girls' bobby pins are excuse me,
God
in
bless
their
you.
hair to hold their bangs back. Okay, so their bobby pin
Oh,
is up
that's
in
cute.
their hair. But the boys, they're going to put it on the bottom of their shirt so they can, they might put a tassel or something on it. We'll
Cool.
think of something to put on it for the boys. So that's
Teresa said her niece wanted Chicken Donald.
Wanted what? Chicken Donald.
Donald.
Songs.
There you go.
Have you ever seen that movie? There's a movie with Tom Selleck and Don Amici, I think, where the father has dementia, and he kept saying he wanted to go, and the Tom Selleck character lost his powerful job, so they were broke, and the dementia dad kept saying he wanted to go to McDonald's. They kept driving the poor guy through McDonald's, buying him a burger. And then he finally escapes one day, and they find him at the shoe store he used to own in the warehouse. And he's digging around, and he finds an old shoe box in the back, and it's full of like bearer bonds or something. Like
Oh,
Cool.
he
Yeah,
wanted.
that's the one thing with dementia when people, somebody will be asking for tea, but it's the only word that they relate to their food. Meanwhile, it could be popcorn, it could be French fries,
Yeah.
and you give them tea and they get upset. Like it takes a lot of
Oh, I
figuring
know it
out.
was. He had McDonnell Douglas stock from the very beginning.
oh, McDonald. There you go. That makes
Wow.
sense.
Yeah, so I had to remember it too. But yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. Those are very cute, Beth. All right, Shannon.
Okay, hold on a second here.
We're watching.
You watching me?
Yeah, we're watching you.
Okay, I'm just
All
about
right,
done.
Press
fine.
center.
Okay, let's look at my little tags I made. First one is this little lady here. It's all made with when you roll the the roll backgrounds. Here, this is Phasia in action.
Sprayer.
Yeah, with jelly prints. They're all made with jelly prints, the backgrounds. And then I put some stamps on them and some rub-ons. I put this little girl on here and gave her some wings, and it says, "With brave wings she flies."
That's beautiful,
And some
Ted.
gold bling blings on there. So
Mhm.
there's that one.
Lovely, Ted.
Then there's this one. Again, it's a jelly print. I believe this was a gift and some Happy Mail. This wasn't one of mine. But I put some more rub-ons on it and some stamps. Put another little girl on here. It says, "Live, create, tell your story."
Oh,
This is
beautiful.
one of the little pieces that I put together with some, I used some fabric and then some,
That looks like negatives.
knit. Yeah, some,
You've got those fancy papers, don't you?
fancy papers. No.
Yeah, no?
Oh, what you mean? These kind of papers here? This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what that is. It's like a
Mesh.
I forget what they call that, and a button in any case.
I like it.
Then there's this one, is my third one that I made. It says, "See possibility everywhere." Again, it's a background. Put some
I like that.
on here, some stamps. And again, another one of my little pieces that I put together with different kinds of fabrics and whatever you call this stuff here.
Is it called lace paper, Shannon?
Pardon?
Is it called lace paper?
Lace paper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't remember what it's called.
Tule? No, it's not Tule.
But it's fun.
But anyways, it's just different textures put together
I
to
like
make something different. You know, that looks, I like a lot of textures and different sort of things. Of course, you have to have bling bling. If Shannon makes it, there's going to be bling bling on it.
it.
Well, those are the three, yeah, I'm tired today. The 3 tags that I made.
They're beautiful.
Very
Thank
nice.
you.
They are very beautiful.
Nice.
All right. Virginia Ann.
Oh,
You
okay.
are Center
All right.
Street.
So I've added pockets to a bunch of them now. Let's see, where are the pockets? There's one. I pulled out some pockets, and another one, and some stamping, and then I flip it over. This is quite the book, isn't it?
Wow.
Wow.
I
That's
like that.
awesome.
These two
Really
I
cool.
didn't like. I'm kind of not happy because I put pockets next to each other, but that's okay. So now I'm just going through with a white pencil. It's a chalk pencil, and I added some little white marks to things. Can't even control this sucker.
Just a whipping it around.
Yeah, I know. It is quite the thing, isn't it? I get a little carried away with sizes sometimes. So that's what I've been doing, is trying to add, like, I wanted this to go with this better. So I added the pinky gold pocket. And because I spent all week reorganizing my art studio, I could actually find things.
Ooh,
I know.
I'm jealous.
Shocking, huh?
I'm
So,
jealous. I can't find a blessed thing right now.
well, but this whole project, these kind of things always, I make such a mess. I don't know if everyone else does, but
Oh, yeah.
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 everything is pulled out. So now I'm just trying to decide what to do next and to add tassels or cording or all kinds of things, and whether my idea of the pocket in the middle is going to work or not. It's experimentational. That's what it is.
Ah, yes, that's a great word. Experimentation.
Experimentational. I love
Yeah.
that.
Or I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah, that's
I think so.
I understand that one very well. All right. Florida Ann, you're center stage, hon.
I'm not. I got sidetracked into organizing my stamps. So
Love it.
I look.
All right.
I love it.
That's
All right.
awesome.
But I am going to put another stamp on this little thingy. So I'm going to put a butterfly, appropriately speaking. So let's add a butterfly. Because after all, I'm into butterflies. So let's do a butterfly. I'll stick a butterfly here.
Here, a butterfly, baby.
And then I think that's because the other side of this stamp is really the showstopper. Oh, I like that. So that's it for that stamp. And then I'm going to make another one, maybe. How are we doing on time? Yep.
Oh, time. I'm not worried about time today.
Okay.
I got a free week from StreamYard where I could have up to 10 people and unlimited hours. So I'm really going to take advantage of it if I can.
Oh, good. Yes, yes. Yeah, I paid for the, what do you call it? So.
Sorry, that's why I make a noise.
Well, I was paying for it and it was like $19 US. And then next thing I know, it's $45 US. Well,
What? A month?
Yeah. So I said, yeah, I can't.
Oh,
do
my
that.
Lord. No,
That's why I
no,
went
no, no,
down to
no.
No.
That's
Yeah.
not acceptable.
So you
That's
better watch
horrible.
anybody that has it on auto renewal.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hate that auto renewal. Oh.
Yeah.
Too.
So I usually use the free one and then they offered this one free. So I jumped on it because I wanted to have, lots of people to play with and
Yeah.
Unlimited hours. So
Yeah, I use the free one. I just use it when I have people coming on with me.
yeah, well, I mean, Gina and I are alternating on Fridays now, and then it's the Feral Artist Group. And that's the one that I had originally was paying it for because I would like to have like lots of people on.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And there's no way I can afford. I just can't.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Especially when you have the exchange rate.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, what is that in Canadian?
As the
$100.
34 cents to the dollar, I think it is.
Oh,
So
I guess I bought a year, so I didn't pay the monthly because you get a decent discount if you pay for it.
right.
But I'm not going to renew it because I only did it because I was involved in that. Oh my gosh! Remember that Days End streamathon that Miriam did? It went on for. I used So.
Yeah, if you're not doing it as a business, it's really an awful expense.
Yeah.
It is.
And the free is very generous.
Yeah.
It is.
Good.
It is.
I mean, you get, it works for most people, just the free, unless you're going to. I wonder how I got
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Carol, you're front and center. Oh, look, he's on what? Your third? Is that your third? Fourth?
Second. This is the second. This is the first one.
Great. You did the stamp and then filled
And I
it.
did the stamp and then I painted into it on the trees. This one I'm making my own trees.
Nice.
So that
Very
when you use the watercolor, it doesn't give it that actual outline. It blends when you put the green in and gives it a more of a
depth.
Yes, more texture to it.
Yeah.
And this one I'm doing myself.
That's beautiful.
I love the way your rocks turn out. I think I'm just too impatient when it comes to watercolor. I think that is my biggest problem with it.
I have some watercolor pictures that Carol made when she was the cauldron lady, and she sent me some watercolor pictures, and I've got them somewhere in my art books, and I had them on my desk forever because I loved them so much. They were very pretty.
Lots of people seem to end up having some of my art somewhere.
Yeah, I got quite a bit.
You shared with me.
So I'll tell you what I'll do when I'm done with these two. If it's okay with I'm losing words too, so pardon me, Kim, that I'll give these away.
Go for it. Go
Yay!
for it.
So when I'm done, and then I'll let you do a giveaway.
Nice.
Carol, do you use hot press or cold press?
This is cold pressed. And actually, I have not even cut my Arches paper yet, and I've had it for 2 months.
Ooh.
I'm still using my Canson
Yeah.
papers. So
Arches is so nice but expensive.
it wasn't too bad. It was like $13 for a big sheet.
Oh, by the sheet. Oh.
So I bought it by the sheet. So we went to an art store. My son took me to the art store, and they had the cold press, hot press Arches, and other name brands there. And I never used Arches, so I thought, oh well, I'll get it. And that was the day he started collecting for me my my watercolor pencils, the Albrecht Dürer. So every time he goes, he picks me up some pencils.
Oh, that's
Oh,
nice.
lovely, lovely, lovely.
Is he an artist as well?
He can draw, but his art comes more as woodworking, metalworking, but he does do, and actually way back when he also learned how to embroider too, but because I taught him that. But he's very artistic himself, and he and I are doing some bookbinding right now. So I've got my text block in the press, and I've got to do the cover for that. So that is my next thing to work on. And he wants to make a tome. So he wants a really, really huge book.
That's awesome.
That's going to be
Nice that you
neat.
can share that experience.
Yeah, it's fun. We sit there and we watch all these YouTube videos together for doing everything. So it's pretty cool.
That is nice.
So yeah.
Yeah.
It's really nice when he buys you nice things too. That's
We'll add some more trees.
Oh, I don't know where those go. Okay.
Not enough paint.
Hi, Joe.
And I'm using Daniel Smith paints right now.
Hi, Joe.
He's going to the store. Anybody need anything?
Yeah, y'all need anything?
Again,
I need some Portuguese tarts, please.
every day.
And making your trees, if your hand shakes, it's all the better because then your trees look more natural.
Good point. Good point.
It's true. It's a fact of art.
Wow, that's good.
It is. So all of my stuff has little shaky lines in it these days. So it's like, oh, wow, that looks cool.
so shaky hand people should just paint trees a lot.
They should just go for it.
That's true. Nature isn't straight lines.
No, nothing.
No,
is straight.
nothing straight in nature.
Yep.
Even the horizon has a curve.
That's right.
I can't think of anything that's straight.
Nothing.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
I can't think of anything in nature that's straight.
No, no.
Now I'm going to go looking at everything to see.
No, yeah, I'm looking at.
So that's why when I have these envelopes that my daughter-in-law gave me. She was going to get rid of them, and I said, "No, I can make a journal out of those because they're actually 9 by 9. Oops!
Oh,
Wow.
They're
That's
9 by
really
9,
nice.
and I folded it in half. And eventually, I will trim the top and the bottom and the sides just a smidge to open it up, which then will give me 4 sheets instead of just a little bit. But even my lines, you can see they're not straight.
No. And
Yeah,
that's what gives it the depth too, right? That it's almost like tree bark. It's got the fissures and
yeah.
things, right?
So that's what I did on that one.
I like
And
it.
this is a side that's not decorated yet. This is just paint, just thrown on there.
Oh, that's
So
pretty.
that side's next. But I
Did,
thought, see how it goes.
does the Canadian mail charge you more for a square envelope? Because in the U.S. they do. It's
I don't know. I haven't sent any.
Um,
But
I
then
hope they do.
my daughter-in-law sends most of the stuff, and she uses between UPS, United, or the Canada Post, and there's a shipmate or ship.
Yeah, I
a
think. Oh, what is that?
It's similar.
pirate ship.
Similar.
Pirate
Yeah,
ship.
yeah.
Pirate ship.
So a lot of the time, it ends up being cheaper.
You get pirate ship in Alberta?
I don't know if it's pirate. It's similar to.
Okay.
I'll find out what it is, and I'll let you know.
We've got running red here that I would have to take the stuff into Winnipeg and they will take it across the border and then actually mail it across, you know. But
Huh.
I
Yeah.
just it's
Yeah,
supposed to be
because here it's like, I think I had some square envelopes. I still have them, and I put some things in it, and it was like instead of it being like 60 cents, it was like $1.60 because it was square. I was like, well,
Ooh.
forget those envelopes then. I think it's because it doesn't go through the automated machines as well or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
could be. I know Beth always puts hand process on her stuff. Right, Beth?
Right, I do. If
Yeah.
you put hand process and if you put a butterfly stamp, it's a stamp with extra postage on it.
Yeah, because they're going to charge you, or they just
It's a
run it through the
craft. It's
machine
for
anyway.
crafters. And if you put and if it's under an ounce and you use the butterfly stamp and you put hand process it and don't go inside, put it in the blue box outside, it will go through.
Yes.
Ah.
At my in my house in my area, it goes through every time.
Yeah. It
If
just.
you go to the desk, they are paid to stand there at that desk, and they're paid to make sure everything goes through first class. But if you have to
Yeah.
ask for the cheapest route. If you say just send this, and they're going to give you the $1.50 more because it'll get there in 2 or 3 days. But if you just say the slowest, tell them the slowest,
Yeah.
then it will go slow. And don't whatever you do, don't ever say snail mail. They don't like that.
Oh,
You
Funny.
don't want
I
it
had
in.
one lady got so mad at me, and I said I just needed to go snail mail, and she was so furious. She hated that word.
So do not irritate the postal clerks.
No,
So
oh,
I
that's
don't go
like
in at all
great.
costs. I don't go in if I don't
I
have to.
don't. I
No,
never.
we don't either. Or we
I
just
do it
do
all
the.
from my house. I weigh it here.
Uh-huh.
Um,
That's
Yeah,
what we
I weigh
do.
it too. I got me
I
a
We
put
scale.
my
You can
own
get a scale
postage
at
on
Harbor
it. I stick it
Freight.
in my mailbox, and that's it.
we use pirate ship if we have to ship a box somewhere.
Yeah,
And then you can just go in and set it on the counter.
yeah. See,
I
I
like
never
it because
heard
it tells
from.
you which is cheaper and which is faster, UPS or the post office.
Yeah,
Sometimes UPS is cheaper.
I never heard from the girl that won. Oh, I can't. I gave something away, and one was a girl in Canada, and I did the postage at home and went through the whole thing and assumed I ticked off the right box and paid the right amount. I printed out a label and I
Yeesh.
mailed it to her, but I never heard that whether she got it or not. So I
Oh,
don't know.
that's
wow.
frustrating.
I know everybody. I know my daughter got her box, so they said
Well,
by
that
the
was from your
third.
thing. It was from your
Yeah,
thing. Yeah,
yeah. From the third, everybody in the States should be getting their stuff on the third.
that was from your giveaway. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I mailed it out the very next day.
Oh, it's international though.
It was going from here to Canada. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I never heard her name was Tammy Vane.
Tammy something. I can't remember the.
Yeah, but I haven't seen her. She never let me know whether she got it or not. So
Oh, that's frustrating.
Some
So I
of the
can't
new,
wait to see what everybody, if they're happy with their stuff when they get it. I hope so.
I'm sure they will be.
I think there's a new Tammy in my room, but I don't remember her last name.
It's
Yeah.
a V. It's a V.
It's a V. It's yeah, and it's a newer name. Yes, Beth. It's a new person. Yeah.
Maybe you should ask her. Did you win something?
Yeah. Well, I haven't. Yeah, I haven't seen her.
I'll ask her next time I see her.
So I meant Beth.
But new people takes them a while to catch on. They don't know to do things like that.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah. She's from Canada. Where was she from?
And I've had people that come in and they win and you never see them again.
Right. Yeah.
It happens. It happens. It's all about the giving. That's all that matters.
I can't remember where in Canada that she was from.
Yeah, I don't remember. I'd have to
Or
go
she
back and
forgot
watch.
like I do.
Oh yeah. I'm just
Yeah, you're just curious. Did it
because
arrive?
it was. Oh
It was a book.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
that's right, and it cost almost $10.
To mail it?
Yeah.
Oh.
If
Yeah,
you
that was-
tell them it's a
That
book,
was about what it cost me
Books
for
only-
each one.
of course, that's to Canada. Okay.
Yeah. No, I marked off that it was media, whatever, the cheapest, yeah. But that's right. It was I wrote down journal. Yeah, journal.
Yep.
That's what it was.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's one of the few lives I caught.
I mailed something to Miriam when I had my first 100 subscribers. Miriam won, and I sent her a big package,
Uh-huh.
and she never got it. So I ended up
Oh,
everything digital to her. 1 year later, I got it back.
oh my
And they
God.
saying that it wasn't picked up or whatever, and it just never made it to her.
Wow.
That's when you have to go that far. It's best just to send a gift card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I
that's
found sometimes it's cheaper to go to Amazon for that country and send something
Yeah.
than it ever is to mail something.
That's a good idea.
Oh, Amazon in their country.
Yeah, you
Well,
can
there's an
actually go to like
Amazon UK.
Amazon.ca, which is
Yeah.
Canada. You can go to Amazon.uk.
Okay.
You still have to pay for the exchange rate, though.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
depending on where it is. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
But my Amazon credit card never charges me a fee for doing that, like an exchange fee,
Well,
like
that's
some
nice.
credit cards do. But I've done it England, Canada.
Are you a
Germany,
Prime?
Germany
Amazon
has
Prime?
Yes, we have Amazon Prime. And so they still honor it. They still honor the Prime.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here in Canada, they don't.
Really?
Yeah, it takes like 2 to 3 weeks to get there.
Oh, gee. Even if you go to that country's website?
Yeah.
mean,
You have to pay the exchange rate, plus you don't get your Prime.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I did that once for you, Carol. I sent you something from Amazon Canada.
A book.
Yeah, it was when you were
It was
in.
a dinosaur animal book.
Was it when you were in?
Yeah, the dinosaur animal book. The thing we were creating all those little animals.
I found out it by accident trying to send something to someone in Wales, and it was like, and it just popped up, Amazon.uk, and I was like, oh. Look at
Yeah.
that. And it's also faster. I mean, it got there the next day, just like.
Well, yeah, because it's there. It's coming out of their
Uh-huh.
warehouse. It's right
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to send a get well present, so I wanted like tea and soup and stuff, and I'm not going to send American tea to a Brit in the Wales.
No.
That would be a bad thing to do. I don't think they would appreciate it.
It would be an odd thing to,
Yeah. Here's some crummy American tea.
or
They
send
have
them
Yorkshire.
Chinese English breakfast tea from America when they can.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh, when my daughter got married, like 2 days before the wedding, I opened the door and there's a guy standing there and I don't recognize him. And I said, hello. And he goes, hello. And I just kind of stood there and I looked at him and he looked at me. He goes, it's Robert from Scotland. I was like, what? And I was like, am I expecting you? He goes, no, I had a few days off. So I thought I'd fly over for Heather's wedding. I was like, oh, well, okay.
Oh, wow.
I know. It was like so weird. And he comes in and I get my daughter out of bed and tell her to get dressed because she has company. It's a surprise, blah, blah, blah. And then I said, would you like a cup of tea? And he was like, yeah. And he was like, he drank it, the poor guy. And I realized later I had given him some kind of nasty medicinal herbal tea.
Oh.
I thought, oh, the poor guy, poor man. He drank it. He drank it like a soldier. Just
Those
he must think,
Americans,
yeah,
they
oh,
don't know
silly
their
man.
tea.
Yes.
That's funny.
It was so sweet of him though to come. I mean, like, just I decided to come over for the wedding. Like,
Wow. That's
I know. And then she was like, "You can be in my wedding." And he goes, "Oh," I said, "Oh, too." He had on khaki pants, which the guys were going to wear. He goes, "But I also brought a kilt."
Oh,
It's like, what more do you need at a wedding than at least one guy in a kilt, right?
Right, exactly.
So Kim,
yes.
I'm going to have to love you and leave you.
Okay.
I have to make some lunch before my members live this afternoon. So
Yes, let me just make you center stage here.
Oh, lovely, Shannon. What a beautiful job you did. Beautiful tags.
Oh, I love those.
So nice.
I like the bright,
much.
cheerful colors.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
lovely.
yeah, I'm all about the colors for sure.
Yes.
All right, thanks everybody for having me.
Thanks for coming. I really
all the
appreciate
viewers and all that.
And yeah.
Okay.
But take care, big hugs, and we'll talk soon.
Sounds good. Take care, guys.
Thanks, hon.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
I
All
gotta
right.
figure out.
Beth, let's see what you're up to.
Well, I think I'm done with these guys. And the boys, the boy ones, they have stars. They're catching falling stars and putting them in their pockets.
Oh, so maybe, yeah, I like that. I like it.
And they're using their bobby pin to keep their pocket closed so that they don't fall out.
Excellent.
And it's lodged on the back, and I added more string to the tassels and gave them a trim. And so I made 6 of them, so they're done.
Wow.
They're done up, and they're like tags or bookmark. They would be really cute for bookmarks in your book.
They would.
Yes.
They would.
So I got these heart for Valentine from Brenda Ashford, and I'm gonna make a tag out of it.
Lovely.
She weaved it, and then I weaved it too, and showed how everybody to do it online. And
Nice.
it's fun to do a weave.
It is.
So we're making 2 more tags.
Excellent. Excellent.
Lovely.
All right. Let's take a look, see at Carol's. Oh, look at how those turned out. How lovely.
Oh, wow.
Those are adorable.
Those are beautiful. Oh, Carol, you're so talented.
Yes.
She really is. She really, really is.
Okay, so these are done. I just have to put the little hole, and what I'm going to put on these for the hanger is going to be a light bulb pin, so you can use them for wherever you need them to be. So if Kim wants to, she can hold the giveaway. We've got a one.
I thought you would do it.
Well, it's your show.
Yeah, no, but you made them, and you're being generous enough, so.
But I don't have my YouTube chat open, so somebody who does.
Okay.
Well, Kim, why don't you pick and write down 2 numbers between
Yes.
1 and 50,
Alexis.
and let everybody in the chat room put a number in between 1 and 50.
That works.
And then you can pick the winners.
Okay, I won't look at what's going on. Give me a second to write the numbers down.
And the panel can also play.
Don't put anything in yet. 1 and 50, right?
Yeah. And whoever's online, Ann and
Okay, I've got the numbers.
can put their numbers in too.
Okay, I've got my numbers right here. They're inside there.
Two of them. Okay.
I will put go right away.
So everybody put your numbers in, right?
Yeah, hang on. My keyboard is not. My keyboard and computer are not playing nice.
Rude keyboard.
Go. Go. Okay. So between 1 and 50, I need.
And it'll be the closest number without going over.
Are we doing both at the same time, or are we going to do two?
Yep. She's got two different numbers.
Yeah, so we'll just do them both at the same time.
Okay, just wanted to clarify that part. It gets confusing.
I gotta go.
Okay, Anne, thanks for coming.
Bye.
Big hugs.
See you after a while, Ann.
Hi.
Hi, Mom.
How are you?
You're
Pretty-
still alive.
Hi, wonderful son.
Hi, son.
Hi, Ann Larson. We're all going to say, oh, poor guy. Who are those people?
That they know she streams. So
I know. It's funny.
Hey.
it's a good thing.
Yeah. Anyone else putting numbers in?
Put your numbers in. Put them in. Come
Between
on.
1
There's
and
plenty of you in the
50.
room. Come out of the
He
balcony.
calls her
Put
every
numbers in.
Sunday, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
So I thought, bless him. That's nice.
It is. It is. It is. Anyone else? Tell me when
Okay.
I can hit stop, Carol.
Okay.
Anytime.
Anytime, okay. We're putting in.
Last call.
Heck. Wait a minute. What is going on here? I lost my chat.
Uh-oh.
Comments.
I can see
There
it,
we go.
Kim.
It's okay. It's okay. I found it again.
Last call.
Okay. Stop.
Good.
All right. So I have. We made sure we don't have double numbers. I hope.
I
I don't
think
see
you-
any.
27 and 48.
Marty got on 27 exactly.
Bang on, Marty. Right on.
And
Congratulations.
Brenda,
And-
what was the other number? 48?
48. Brenda.
That'd be
Brenda.
Brenda at 43.
Yeah. Congratulations,
Wow.
you guys.
Wow.
I think I already have their address. So since you picked number 27 first, and that was Marty, Marty can choose which one she wants.
Ooh,
Okay. Put the
let's see
pictures
it.
back up.
Okay. So Marty chooses first.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to put you back front and center. Right or left, Marty?
1 or 2.
That works.
1 or 2.
She loves them both. She said 1.
1.
She said she loves them both.
I'm going to put a 1.
How do you choose? How do you choose?
Yeah, I know.
And Brenda A.
Yes.
She gets 2.
Yeah.
Okay. All righty. These will be out in the mail this week.
That's very
Awesome.
nice of you, Carol.
Thank you very much, Carol. That's lovely, lovely.
And I'm going to have to let you go now because I'm losing my voice.
I hear
But it
that.
was It was a lot of fun being with everybody again.
I appreciate you being here. That's lovely. Thank you for coming and playing.
Have
Feel
fun,
better,
everybody.
Carol.
Thanks. Bye bye.
Take care. Bye, hon. All right.
Awesome.
Yes.
I don't know. I guess should I remove Anne from?
Yeah, she had to go too.
Yeah,
She was going to leave.
yeah.
And to go
I'll.
talk to her boy.
I removed her from the grouping thing. All right.
Okay.
I don't want to be front and center. I'm being very slow, and things aren't working out the way I want today. You know, some days things just don't go as ticky-boo as you want them to.
I know. And then other days you can sit down and just whoop, 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 and it's done.
Yeah.
Those are few and far between here, but they do happen.
Yeah. So who's got fun plans for the week?
Well, we're supposed to go to a grandson's birthday next weekend, but they
Lovely.
appear to be coming down with the flu. So,
Oh, yeah.
well, one of them's on round 2 of it. And I'm
Yeah.
like, no, you know how I feel about that nonsense.
Yes. Yes. No, I know. Like I say, I haven't seen my younger daughter and her family since Christmas because
Uh-huh.
we've been having so much stuff.
My little art obsessed grandson, I gotta tell you, his mom got him the photo organizer boxes like I have.
Yeah.
So they sat down to do it. And she said he really got into it. And he said to her, Mama, now you need to know, please, that I'm the boss here.
He's a little pistol, that one.
It's my art supplies, right? And she said,
Yeah.
right. Okay. And so then she said, okay, now we need to put, after they got all the little things sorted into little boxes, they had to go back in the big box. And he said, oops, 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 oops. She's like, what? And he goes, it's not in rainbow order.
Oh, no.
Because the boxes are all different colors.
He's marvelous. He really is.
Pick
And then
him young and train him right.
she was panicking because he wrote out to Lucia, that's his mom's name, from Rayford, but wrote everything backwards. Like if you held
Oh.
it up to a mirror, it was correct. She's like, does that mean he's dyslexic? I
It
was like,
could very well be.
no,
It
because he
could.
writes everything else normal.
You know what? It was funny because my daughter was left-handed, so she wrote anything that started with a C. Like she had a hard time with her C's and G's. They're always backwards, right? But if the word like cat, that's not a good example. Say corgi, the whole word would be written backwards. Like all the letters would be backwards. But if it started with a B or a D, something like that, everything was legible. But for the
Oh,
longest
funny.
time, C's and G's just threw her way off.
Yeah, no, he writes everything normal except this one thing. I said, well, just sit down with him and say, tell me about this interesting thing you wrote and see what
Yeah,
he says. Because he writes his name normally, he can read normally.
yeah,
He's reading fairly well. Like he can read simple books now.
yeah.
But it's funny, you know. He's a
Well,
little miracle baby, so mama's very protective of him.
yeah, maybe he saw something on TV or something.
Yeah,
He
I
just
don't know.
had an off
Mirror
day.
imaging.
You don't know with him. He could be. So I said, ask him about it. You know, maybe he thinks he's writing in code or something.
Maybe.
You
Okay,
just don't.
Brenda, you're taking off. I hope you have a good rest of your day.
Bye, Brenda. But yeah, he's a hoot. That one is. He also has figured out a way to write his name that he likes, and he knows it's not quite normal. Like the first letter's capitalized. I think the A is small. I don't know. It goes like capital, small, capital, small, capital. That's what it is. There's a
Wow,
pattern to it. But yeah,
that's
there's a
awesome.
There's
So
a
it's like
distinct
his
pattern.
signature. It's like his signature already.
Yeah. Yeah. And he just started doing it. He does it. That's why I said I don't think he's dyslexic because he writes all of that normally, like the way
Yeah.
it's supposed to. I think he's just overly creative.
That's wonderful.
It
He's
is.
going to be famous.
Maybe so. I don't know. For what? We're not sure, but something maybe. I just think little kids are their minds are so interesting.
They are. They really are.
That's why I always think ask them about it. Ask them what they're thinking or
Well, like you were saying, he's figured out the way he likes to write his name. Maybe he's just experimenting with different ways of doing things,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, because I mean he writes I've seen him write his mom's name normally, like
Yeah.
the right way, all the letters are the right way. And if he couldn't read it all, I would be more concerned. Or if he did it all the time, but yeah, he doesn't.
Christmas Easter. Brenda had flu at Christmas, followed by pneumonia, canceling second attempt at getting together.
Oh,
Rescheduled for February 14th. Bo came in with strep. Granddaughter and I decided to hold Christvale Easter. Christvale Easter.
there you go.
I like it. Okay. Dragging Bo to appointments was your answer to the question, what fun things do you have? Okay. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Is that a fun thing?
What is it with men that they don't want to do things like that?
I know.
They'll fight it, even though they're like big babies if they have a cold.
And they know that it's good for them.
Yeah.
Maybe they just don't like to show any sort of weakness. They're males. They have to be the strong ones.
I had a funny neighbor when we lived in Tucson, and he had a heart attack, which wasn't funny. But he said, after he got home, I was asking how he was doing and how the hospital was. And he says, well, I have decided one thing. And I said, what's that? He said, they hire the prettiest young women they can find to be physical therapists. And they come in and you think, oh, this will be nice. They're mean.
Good.
And they're mean. They just make you do things and they don't care. He said, and if they were ugly, you could hate them for it.
Yeah.
He was a funny old guy. He came over one day and knocked on the door and he said, hey, you and your kids need to come over. I was like, okay. He said, just come over. He had it's a type of cactus that's considered the stinkiest planet on Earth. And
Oh.
it was blooming. It only blooms like once every, I don't know, 5 or 10 years or something. And he was like, come on, kids, come over and smell this flower. It was stinky. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
It was weird. He said, it's a once in a lifetime experience. You may never see it or smell it again. I was like, thank heavens.
Really? Really? Brenda says he braided her hair this morning for the first time since his accident. He counted that as his home therapy session on his hand. That's a lot of dexterity. I can understand that. True, Monica.
Just dumb. Stubborn sometimes.
Yeah.
So I saw somebody say, well, now that I had a baby and I had 20 hours of labor, I understand how my husband felt when he had a cold.
Awesome. See, Ron doesn't really get sick. He doesn't get sick. I
My
get.
husband doesn't either.
I really get sick. I get sick. He does not get sick. But
you know what it is, Kim? We get sick for both of them because we're so nice.
It could be. I'll stick with that. No, I think it was way back when in our younger years we had a 4-wheel drive, and him and his friend were out tooling around in the middle of the night because it's what young guys do, teenagers, right? And his friend said, I know a shortcut. And they got stuck in a sewage lagoon for 8 hours.
Oh my goodness.
And that truck all summer, because it had so much sewage in the motor, on the motor, every time we stopped at a stop sign, people would just look like at a red light, people would just be looking at us like, oh my word, like nasty. It was nasty. Yeah. So I figure that's why he doesn't get sick, because he's built up an immunity after stuck in the shit for that long.
It was actually like a sewage pond?
It was a sewage pond. We had to get towed out. And the tow truck driver was just laughing, goes, I'm not hooking that up. You have to hook it up.
You get in there.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
like my worst nightmare.
What were they doing in that pond anyway? I wouldn't have gone through that.
His friend knew a shortcut, so they had to try it out because Ron had a 4-wheel drive, and they,
Did they know it was a sewage pond when they drove
Not
into it?
not until they got stuck. Like, I mean, this was in the
okay.
late 70s, right?
Okay, well then that's not so stupid then. They didn't know.
They didn't know. They had no idea. They did after 5 minutes of sinking.
Yeah, I bet. I did. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
There's probably no way to get the stink out of it.
Oh, not when it's
it
that
took a
bad,
very
yeah.
long time. And because they tried pushing themselves out and everything.
Oh.
And they sent me to wash it afterwards, and it's like, yeah.
To wash the truck or the clothes?
The truck.
Did you say no?
No, I drove my friend's car and got to the car wash, and I just opened the doors and turned the water on the whole thing. Didn't really care.
Because it would get into the foam in the seats.
Oh, yeah. Like, I mean, there must have been 6 inches of it on the brake pedal and the gas, and it's like, I'm not driving that.
That's like a biohazard on wheels. I mean.
Yeah.
Ugh. Oh my
Do
gosh,
they still
I can't
have
even
the truck?
imagine.
Pardon?
Do they still have it?
Oh, no. That was
Years
the late
ago.
70s, right?
I would think it would have killed the engine too.
It didn't. We were very, very lucky. Okay, let's read chat here. Cindy says she just got an email with a $20 voucher for Michael's Rewards and already had a $5 one. So she just got one of those 3 shelf carts for 54 cents. Not complaining. Oh, no, Cindy, I wouldn't either.
I love those carts. I have so many of them.
Brenda says, considering he lost 2 fingers 12 days ago, he did a great job. He had a rough 4 or 5 days, but this isn't holding him back much at all. He's tougher than he thought he was. Wow,
Ooh,
Brenda.
he lost fingers?
Wow.
Ooh, that's rough.
Yeah, very painful. I'm sure that's not a fun thing. Yeah.
Glad he's doing okay though.
Yeah. And Jen said she posted her tags in my group, so they're there.
Oh, yay.
I'm not too big a fan of this one, but it's a tag. Sometimes you do things and you just look at it and you go, what was I thinking? And so, wait, I wasn't,
But you'll go back and fix it.
No, maybe.
You don't care about it that much?
You know what? Somebody else may love it just because it's not what I consider up to my own standards. It may just end up in the round file, or maybe I'll like it later or something,
Maybe you'll look at it and go, oh, I can do that with it.
I could, yeah.
Or cut it up and turn it into something else.
Yeah. Or it can just go in the round file.
That's true. That's an option too.
Yes.
That's what my husband often says when I come up with some interesting idea. That's always an option.
Yeah. That's cool.
It usually translates to, I think you're living in a tree, but okay.
Yeah, they don't see what we see, which sometimes I think is a very good idea that they don't.
Yeah. That other people would go, what were you thinking? I need alternatives to traditional tassels here. What do I need to do?
Tangle,
curling ribbon.
bead on it. Put beads on it.
Yeah, curling ribbon.
Okay.
You
and a
could
ribbon.
take sort of like a ribbon with wire in it or whatever, and have it sticking straight up, and put beads on it like fireworks, or
Oh,
sequins, right?
Put
You
some
could have it.
wire and curl it like the grapevines.
how do
Yeah,
you keep somebody from poking their finger with the end of that wire? That's always
you
my.
you twist it over, right? Like you make a really tight twist, and then I take a pair of pliers and squeeze it flat.
Oh, okay. Because this is for a man.
Yes.
I don't want it to be all girly.
No.
Oh, I mean, he wouldn't be offended by that, but I just don't.
Well, no. You want it to be something. Right?
Reflective.
Yeah.
Found some leather cording. There we go.
Oh, that could work.
I'll do one on. I have a
Oh,
lot of tags I have to tassel.
yeah. No, a bit of leather cording. If you've got some studs or something to punch
Oh,
into
I
it, that would be
do.
fun too.
Yeah, I
A
do.
chunky bead.
Grommets, like you could do a real
Grommets.
funky grommet in the hole instead of
Fish charms. Put a fish charm on there.
He
yeah,
doesn't fish, but
Or a manly charm.
yeah.
a manly charm of some kind. Too bad. I
Whatever.
need to find a little computer thing. He's a
You might like a
computer.
dog or something.
He's a computer whiz guy.
Okay.
I said I don't know much about computers. I'm not a techie, but I've raised 3 out of 4 children that know all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. What about, do you like have an old keyboard that's non-functional, or do you get rid of all that?
Yeah. I do have computer parts somewhere.
That if you
I have
could use those as charms, break them up and use them as charms?
Oh yeah. I have like the motherboard thingies, the internal guts of a computer.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could put some of those on tags. That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
So
would.
they have the cable wires. Cut some of
Oh
that out.
yeah. Yeah, I have that.
Oh yeah, or even like the old I've got some. The old headphone wires, right? Because they're really nice and thin. I save them because I put them inside my feathers. But that would make
Oh.
nice stuff to use as if you've got that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Brenda asked who bought 500 tags instead of 50. Guess, Brenda. It was me. Me, the owner of 100,000 tea bags, too.
Yeah. Well, she said she thought she was getting 100 tags and 1,000. That was me too, Brenda.
Man, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
And here I am doing this. Because I can.
They also make good labels for your containers, though, I found out.
Oh.
You're going to be very creative with tags this year.
You know what? That box is gotten smaller. I don't have 500 anymore. So there are ways to use them up. So.
Oh, definitely.
How about a strip of denim? That would be kind of fun.
That would be fun, yeah.
Or flannel. Yeah.
Flannel. Old Navy had flannel shirts on sale for $6.97.
Oh.
So I ordered one of each for next year, and I was like, my theme is going to be "I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay." Have you ever heard that song?
Yeah. I love that song.
I was like under $7 for a button-down shirt. I mean, and they're cotton.
Those will be comfy.
I think so. And I got them big because I like them big.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm done with my tags.
I do not have a form that needs to be fitted to. Let's put it that way.
I have a form. It's kind of roundish.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm making you front and center.
Okay.
All right.
The hearts turned out cute.
They are very cute.
So I
Oh,
found
that's
some beads
cute.
to put on them. And then there's a cluster on the back.
Lovely. Lovely,
Just
lovely.
something fun. Little tassels. And here's some of the kids. They're jumping around, playing and dancing in the
Yeah, I love the movement of them. I think that's the big
They're
part.
different. I've never done them like this before. But they would. I think they would be real cute for if you're reading a book to stick in your
Yes,
book.
yes.
So
And they're large enough they wouldn't get lost.
no, you
Yeah.
and
My,
they're cute to stick out. You know.
yeah, my receipts always get lost.
So that's it. Yeah.
Very
And
cool.
I do have a new cigar box that will
Awesome.
become a new tag box. So we will put
Oh, excellent.
tags in here.
Oh, and it fits them lovely too.
Yeah. So this is my new tag box. I'll have to write it on there. So that'll be that.
That's very cool.
Tags.
So next week is dolls. Fashion dolls. That's going to be very hard for me.
Didn't we do dolls or people or something recently?
I don't remember.
Me either. Just seems like, it could have been 2 years ago. Who would know? And it wasn't 2 years ago. That's impossible.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking. Beth, did we do dolls recently? Yes, we did.
I do them all the time.
Yeah. But these are supposed to be fashion dolls.
So I've got a dress book, and I'll give you all a sneak peek of my books that I'm going to use for next week.
Awesome.
And I've been cleaning my room.
Me too, but you would never know because I can't find anything. That book I was using for doing my watercolors and my watercolors and my doodles, I can't find it for love nor money.
Oh, that's frustrating.
No idea where it went.
Dresses and girls
It's irritating me
and
big time.
one more. But this is good for starters. But I've got these books that were sent to me. I have a lovely lady that supports me in my crafts, and her name's Margaret, and she sent me these two books on dress. They have dresses, and and some of them have heads, some of them don't have heads, and you take a head from a magazine and give them a head.
That would be fun.
And so they could be walking down the runway here, and I'll use the girls with the heads and make the dolls. But I love to do dolls out of the magazines, and I like her head, and she would be a lovely head for one of these dresses.
Right.
So I'll put her,
There.
behind this dress here, and she would look good in this dress.
Definitely.
So we'll do that next week, and then this book here is a same kind of the same thing but different, and she would be pretty.
Yeah.
And I'll color her and fussy cut her out, and I usually glue it down on a piece of cardstock, and I've got black cardstock that I can glue her onto, and then fussy cut her out, and she'll be stiff.
Yeah.
Because this is just coloring paper.
Right.
And see, here's another head. I can add a head here to that one.
Right.
So we'll get into this next week.
That's fancy dancy.
And she's fashionable. Can't get any more fashionable than that.
That's right.
And I'll probably just do watercolor and do just blob it like
Yeah.
The way we. But yeah, there you go. So there's room for a head. So
yeah.
And if the girl has long hair, I will take the hair off of the whatever I cut, and I'll cut it loose, sort of, so that it flips down onto her shoulder, onto the front.
Right.
And make layers. But so here's a couple more girls that I could use.
Yeah, for sure.
These are stickers. But anyway, that's for next week. I'm all ready.
Yay. That's cool.
There you go.
And
I, of
and
course,
these came from, I believe she got these from a home goods um, store
okay.
in New York. She lives in New York City.
But those are fun. Very, very fun.
Yep.
Awesome. I have a magazine of um, the Real Housewives or whatever they were called. It was a TV show. I never
Mhm.
watched it, but I got the magazine because it had like all their dresses and shoes and stuff in it. It's somewhere in this basement. I will have to look and see if I can find it. So, because I think that's probably more what I would use. Brenda said when she was 6 or 7 years old, she was making dolls from old Sears catalog. Made a man in a bra and panties. My scissors, glue, and catalog was confiscated. I thought it was funny. I think it's funny too.
Well,
A
he
man
wanted
in
pretty
what?
underwear too.
Underwear.
I mean,
That's,
why not?
yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was the funniest thing when we moved to the UK and seeing people's laundry. Like most of the clothes were so sedate and gray and navy blue and traditional. The men's underwear, it was made out of polyester in these wild colors and prints, and it was such
Yeah.
a funny thing to see. It was just like, wow.
Yeah.
That's
I
amazing.
had like one of my aunts very much the same way, but her husband had the wildest underwear. Oh
Mhm.
my word. He had like tiger print and all
Yeah.
kinds like just wild. My aunt was always buying him funky underwear, and then she started buying stuff for her daughter's husband. And yeah, she just had a thing about men's underwear. It was hilarious.
Yeah, they look like little Speedos sort of, but
Yeah.
yeah, I
The,
don't know
the,
what I think it was
like,
because cotton was so expensive and it was cheap polyester, so they made them
oh,
in wild
polyester.
prints. I don't know. It just seemed like such a contrast to their outer cloth.
Yes, yes, for sure.
It was one of those cultural things that was just like, wow, that's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Those Brits, you never know, eh?
Or know what's underneath all that staid looking stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
I found a denim strip. Woohoo.
All right.
I had to get some of the fabric off the back because it was a seam.
So, see, now that I would be able to get my hands on without a problem. I got a box of denim sitting right over there because that's what I've been doing those hearts on. So that wouldn't be a problem. But anything else, yeah, I have no idea. Your parents had no sense of humor? My parents had an interesting sense of humor. My mother was British and my dad, well, she was a war bride. And my dad was Ukrainian Canadian. So he was born in Canada, but his parents were from the Ukraine. And it was a very interesting dynamic in the house because British people can't cook.
Yeah.
and my dad liked meat and potatoes. He did not like vegetables, nothing with a gravy or anything because of the war, because gravies hit everything, right? So nothing with gravies or sauces. It was very, very interesting.
I
But he
bet.
had a good sense of humor.
Because the Brits put gravy on everything, like
Yeah,
a lot of gravy,
yeah.
seemed to me.
And but he had this sense of humor because he was doing carpentry work. He was building trunks to bring my mom's stuff over in, and so he's building these big wooden chests. And so one of the neighbors was saying something to him about it, and he says, "Oh yeah." I guess he had a liner or something he was putting in, and he says, "Oh yeah, that's for the air pockets, so that if the ship sinks, her stuff will be floating, so they know who was on the ship, right?"
Woohoo!
And he had all the neighbors convinced that we had healing cows in Canada. That you could go up to a cow, lop off a roast, and it would grow back in a couple of weeks. And he had
Love it.
everybody believing this in England. So yeah, he had a sense of humor. He definitely had a sense of humor.
That's funny.
Yeah. Interesting parents.
I love things like that.
Yes, me too. But
Especially when you get
thought it was really funny about the air pockets so that the just in case the ship goes down,
yeah.
they'll know she was on it.
And you might get her stuff back too, because it might
Yeah,
float.
yeah.
She might not survive, but her dresses might.
Yeah.
That sounds like what my dad would have done to someone.
Yeah.
My favorite one of the ones, he could also make someone who was being a jerk, like show them what a fool they were, I guess.
Yeah.
He was in a wheelchair by that point and wasn't really mobile, but it was like when you could still call the information, to get a phone
yeah.
number. But it was kind of at the end of that, and they were trying to get people not to do it. So he called for information and asked a phone number, like a couple of them at one time, because he said, well, I'm just going to make one phone call and get them off. Okay. So he did. And then the lady was like, sir, you could have just looked this up yourself. And he responds, I'm blind.
Oh.
Which he wasn't. But it was like,
yeah.
She was being a jerk.
Yeah.
I'm blind. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Brenda says she got in big trouble for putting iron on of Josie and the Pussycats on a couple pairs of Dad's boxers. She was about 10. We were in Los Angeles and he had to go to Washington, D.C. for 2 weeks. Night before he left, I got his boxers from his suitcase and fixed them. He was in Army and they had inspection. White drawers only. He got a write-up for my prank and sent to PX to buy new ones. I love it, Brenda.
That's hilarious.
I love it.
That
yeah.
is
And I bet you
hilarious.
he's never let you forget that either, right? Like that's something. Do you remember when you maybe? Yeah.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I did that.
I had an ex-brother-in-law, and he was one of those quite staunch being a male, and we all know how that's always gone over with me. So he worked construction. So I got his long underwear because they wear long johns here because it's cold outside. I tie-dyed them all. And yeah, you just got to do things like that, right? You just got to do it.
Well, especially when they're just being like, you wouldn't do it to somebody that was nice and get him in trouble or something, but
No.
yeah.
He always checked his luggage before going anywhere after that. I'm sure. Like, oh, that's fun though.
Has Brenda touched my clothes again?
That's funny.
Isn't that sad that they inspected his underwear, though, in a way?
Yes.
I understand it now because they wear dark green, like camouflage underwear. A lot of them do. Because otherwise the night scopes can see the white through their clothes.
Right.
So now there's a reason for it, for real.
Yeah.
They need the white. They don't wear white. It's a ducky green or something. Maybe they have I think they have dark tan ones for the desert.
But that makes sense because I mean, think of black light, and if you do a black light bowling or whatever, and you've got a white bra on, everybody can see that.
So it's
Florida, and do you want to come back and play? She's making hand gestures. Florida, and did you want to come?
Florida? They move away from the milkweed.
No. He doesn't want to come back. But she was hand gesturing. So.
She making rude hand gestures?
Well, no, but she was. It looked like, oh, okay, she's gone now. I just thought she was signaling to come back because she was like kind of rolling her hand, and it's like put me back. You know what I mean? That's why
Yeah.
it was wrong. You
What
didn't
does
get in
Brenda
trouble
say?
much, but when you did it right.
If you're
Were
gonna
you a
do
very
it up big, right?
yeah? Were you a very quiet child, Brenda? See, I was always in trouble because I was always boisterous and out there and just being a real little shithead. Pardon the language, but true. And my sister was very quiet. She was the one that took my mom's lipstick brush and lipstick and painted the dresser. She took the food coloring and dotted all my mom's white sheets on the bed. She hid my mom's engagement ring. Like when she was quiet, you that's when my mom knew to check on her. She was fixated on the when she was really little. Mom had just finished washing and waxing the floors, and she had this big cupboard that all the groceries were in. So mom would pull it out, wash the floor, wax the whole thing, the whole kitchen, right? Loaded it back up, and my sister crawled in there to get the uh, something was my sister had a fixation on the picture on the front of it, and she knocked over a big can of corn syrup
Oh.
all over the floor, the newly waxed.
Oh.
But again, she was being quiet and just into,
Oh, that's a mess.
Yeah, corn syrup's one of the things that you really don't want all over you.
So you were the
No.
angel, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yep,
I
yep.
was the good one in our family, believe it or not.
No, the only time I played with my Barbies is if I was driving over them with my trucks. I uh, I was kind of out there right from being a kid, much to my poor British mother's dismay.
She was confused about you, I bet.
Oh, we had a very interesting relationship. We really did.
The interesting good or interesting not so good?
Not so good.
Oh, that's too bad.
Because like I say, I was always the wild child, and the prim and proper British nature didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of that, I believe, has to do with my dad, because he raised my sister and I believing we could do anything men could do, if not better. And
Mm-hmm.
so, I mean, I took automotive in school. I was the one that joined the carving clubs with them. It was, yeah,
You took that to heart.
I did. I really did. You were a quiet loner, almost invisible, had an older sister who was diagnosed with schizophrenia at 11.
Oh,
Yeah, so you behaved right.
oh, that's a rough one,
Yeah, that is very rough. Very, very rough.
especially a child. My goodness.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that would be rough. Yeah, my older sister, like, I don't know, she never did figure out not to tick off my dad, and my younger sister was just defiant most of the time. I was in the middle going, nope, I'm not going to get in the middle of that crap. I didn't like people to be mad at me.
Yeah.
I really didn't. My
Yes.
dad just had to look at me cross-eyed, and I'd be like,
See, if my dad looked at me that way, yeah, I probably would be the same way. But if mom looked at me that way, I would stand my ground. It was
"Mm."
weird.
My
Absolutely
sister was like that with my dad, and that was the one thing he would not tolerate was defiance. Like,
Yeah.
do not do that and do not disrespect my mother around him. Well, don't do it anytime. She'll get you, but he would really. Ooh,
Yeah.
nobody did that around my dad.
No. I was,
Not if they wanted to breathe.
yeah, I was not a good kid.
I was. I was as far as kid at home anyway. No, I think I was everywhere. 'Cause I just didn't want anybody to get mad at me.
Yeah.
I still don't like contention and arguing. And I
No,
used
no.
to be a debater. That I didn't mind.
Well, there's a difference between having a good debate and because you have to listen to the other person's point of view,
Uh-huh.
respond, right? So to
Right.
me, that's a decent way of having a conversation. A debate is one thing, but an argument or that kind of thing, yeah, I'm not a big.
That's yeah. Yeah, and my dad taught us to debate basically because we would discuss things at the dinner table and he could take an informed oops, I just hit my camera, sorry. Um he could talk on either side of any issue basically.
Yeah, yeah,
And that was good. I mean, he taught us to do that, but she would just get in his face when she was in trouble. What?
yeah, that would be
Geez.
me.
Geez, kid, you've got an IQ of like 155. You haven't figured out that you don't do that, you know? It's like
Yeah, well, like I
all
said,
you had to do is say, I'm sorry, Daddy, I won't do it again, and that would be the end of it. No.
yeah. You were the black
Wow.
sheep of your family, Monica? Yeah, me too. Me too. I admit it. And to this day, my sister and I are nowhere near alike.
Yeah, me either. Well, one sister already passed away, but we weren't. We were alike in a few ways, but most of the time, no. She couldn't stand to be wrong either, I think, was part of the problem.
Yeah,
Stand to be told that wasn't right. Or no, you're wrong. Or no, I'm in charge, so it doesn't matter if you're right.
yeah. You know what? I think my problem today is I'm not into any focal points. I should probably just do backgrounds. That's what I'm
Oh,
gonna do.
there you go.
That's what I'm gonna do.
That's what's missing. Oh, I should do that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, Brenda.
Yeah.
Discussions, if they're loud, okay, as long as they're respectful.
I actually like hearing other people's viewpoints and ideas. But yeah. Contention, no. Makes my blood pressure go up, and I don't want that.
Yeah, no, I get you.
And like you said before, at this age, I really just don't want the drama.
No, I'm done. I'm so done with drama.
Mm-hmm. Especially pointless drama. Maybe it's because we have real drama in our lives. You know,
It
like
could be, yeah, yeah, adult concerns, right? Like
yeah,
we've
that's the
got
way
to
to.
do the adult things. That
Uh-huh. You
because I
got
mean,
real worries. You don't need to make them up.
yeah, my grandkids know better than to fight in my house because they know I'm going to put them out on the steps. You want to fight? Get
Yep.
out.
We
I
had that rule. If you want to argue or just ugly, like you said, just fight, you had to do it outside. And we
Yeah,
lived in cold climates most of the time when they were young. Or if they got into a fight and they just got, started getting ugly, I'd make them sit on the love seat together, close together, until they could apologize for what they did.
I would make them sort soup mix, or I would make them sit cross-legged in front of each other and have to blindfolded and feed each other pudding. I have
That's a good one.
like with my kids. This is what I did with my kids. But the grandkids, I would just turf them out. Get out.
Yeah.
Love you, but get out.
Outside. Yep. Yep. We don't do that.
Yeah.
And they learn to work it out, which is
And
what
they
you want.
do. They do. And they don't
In
like,
Iceland, one time the two older boys were younger. I think they were 6 and 4 when we got there, something like that. Yeah, 6 and 4. And it was Iceland. Good gravy. It would take you
yeah,
10 minutes to get ready to go outside.
yep.
So they'd be like, never mind.
But it would teach them how to do a conversation without fighting.
Right.
Right. Exactly. That was the point, that you could work it out.
Yeah.
And discuss it without screaming, yelling, getting mad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
absolutely no hitting ever.
Yeah. No.
Although we did live in a neighborhood one time that had a bully, and one of my friend's kids, he would push kids all the time. And this other kid had a short fuse, and he got pushed twice and got punched once by this kid. He walked away twice, and the kid turned him around and punched him again, and he flattened him. And he was scared because he was in officer land. We were in the officer housing, and his dad was enlisted, so he was scared about that first. And I went out there and I saw the whole thing. I said, "Don't worry about it." And he said, "Well, my dad told me you walk away twice, and the third time you let him have it."
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I was
that's
like, okay,
just it, right?
yeah,
That was my rule with my girls. I mean, raising girls, they have to know how to
mm-hmm,
take care of themselves. And it's like, you don't start it, but you better finish it.
yep. I had a friend, my best friend in high school. Her brother was a championship wrestler, and he was. No, he wasn't old. I think he was second oldest in the family, but he taught his sisters how to fight dirty. And
Yeah.
then my friend was only 4'11", so she's little.
Yeah.
And then she was telling us about it, and so she went and asked him, "Mike, can you do that for all my friends? Can we come over and you show us what you showed me? Because they don't really know that, don't quite believe me." And he was like, "Sure." So we had a whole clinic, a 2-day clinic about how to fight when you're
Yeah.
undersized and
Mhm.
under muscled. And when we were sophomores, we were trying to go, the library was in the senior hall, and it was after school. And these boys were blocking our way and trying to say, "Well, you have to do something for us before we'll let you in." And I think they were just being stupid, but they were taking it too far.
Yeah.
And my little friend just put this cute smile on her face and said, "Okay," put her fist behind her back, turned around and whammed them just below their belt buckles. Like,
Wow. Good for her.
they doubled over. And then she said, "Excuse me."
Good for her.
But she knew exactly where to hit him to hurt really bad, but not really like mortally
Yeah.
They'll
cause
think about it
permanent
twice
damage.
before they do that trick again.
Yeah, exactly.
Find a new hobby.
Yeah, find a new way to tease girls or get them to do whatever you wanted us to do, because we weren't doing it. But yeah, that's different. That's self-defense. You go for it.
Exactly. You do what you can to stay safe.
Mm-hmm.
Brenda said she has a half sister born the day after her 19th birthday. We're
Oh,
close. I'm not close to the others. They haven't forgiven me for getting married and leaving home at 17.
why would that bother them?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. You're right, Belinda. You can't make someone forgive you, especially for doing what you thought was right for you,
Yeah.
even if it wasn't right for you at the time. You thought it was.
Yeah. But I mean, the thing is that that's not something to forgive. Like,
No.
like they there shouldn't have to be a reason, you know?
Don't you love it when other people decide what was best for you when they have no
Oh yeah.
actual
Oh yeah. I love that. I
right to
do.
decide it? I mean, like, your parents get a vote. They can have an opinion.
Yeah.
Till you're gone out of the house, then they don't. That's my belief.
Well, I mean, my adoptive sister is 11 years older than I am, and because I was adopted, I was spoiled, and not that she wasn't spoiled, but whatever. A whole different circumstance from the time she was born to the economic wellness of when I was introduced to the family.
Oh, you were younger?
Yeah, 11 years younger than she is.
Uh,
So she was like a second mother to me. She still is. I kind of laugh because she'll say something and it's like, I'm 66 years old and I think I've got this. But whatever, it's all's good. Love her dearly. But yeah, we never really saw eye to eye on a lot of things because of the age difference.
yeah.
I'm gonna make a doodle dress.
That's
There must be
beautiful. I
something
love
about being an
these.
older sister, because my older sister was like that. She was always like wanting to be the mother, even though she was only 2.5 years older than me.
That's lovely, Beth. That's coming out lovely, lovely.
Oh, it's pretty.
I tell you, this Zentangle book that I got is fabulous.
Good.
It's the best. And I got it used. It had like buy 3 books and get 1 free. So
Yeah.
I paid like $15 for all 3 books. And this Zentangle book is really nice. It's like a worksheet book.
Okay.
And I've done some stuff in here. Let's see. Oh, I did it in my workbook. I didn't do much in here, but I made this. I did this one the other day. This I thought of you, Kim, creature.
Well, that's fun. Look, it's like a guinea bird.
But I did. Oh, here's my book. I've been doodling like crazy, you guys,
That's
because
good.
you taught me how. Well, you taught me. It's more than doodling. It's entangling.
Yeah.
Well, you keep doodling on your doodles to make it a zentangle. And then we did the whales.
Yeah. That's very cute.
And the people in the audience in the craft room showed me where the whales were
Yeah.
to put their eyes on.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I like this size of the book because it's something that I can complete in one day. And I
Yeah.
can still go back and do more coloring.
Exactly.
And I got these brand new paint pens. They're like Posca pens. They're paint, and I just found them the other day. They've been sitting over here ready to be used, and these are perfect for this. And I'm using my fountain pen today.
Lovely. So you figured out how to get that to work lovely now?
Yep.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yep.
Excellent.
Just your little bit of training helped me improve. And I did this little bird last night.
Yeah, I saw that one. He's pretty.
And he was in the front of this book on the front page.
Excellent.
So, I'm really using the book, and I'm only on page 20 and everybody seems to be enjoying. And
That's
see, I
good.
can practice there on this
Yeah.
page.
Yeah. That's very
But
cool.
but I'm doing it in my art book instead.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't
So
know where mine went. Like I say, I put it someplace.
I've lost my hunt book. I have not seen it in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I do not know where my hunt book is, but I'm still looking. I've been cleaning my room.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
Me too.
That's when I find that I don't find anything anymore. It's gone.
but good.
Lost and gone forever.
Oh,
Maybe I
it'll
gotta
show
call it.
back up. Don't lose faith, Kim. It'll show back up.
Oh, it will. It will. I'm gonna call it Clementine after that, though.
Clementine? Why Clementine?
Lost and gone forever, right?
Oh.
Think of this old song. Showing my age. Showing my age.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
gonna be
wow.
on. I'm
Well
gonna
done.
go ahead and go. I'll be on with Shannon Pratt tomorrow night at 7 o'clock.
Yes, you will. I have a
And
granddaughter.
she said she streams for about 2 hours.
She does.
So,
She
and
does.
I have no idea what I'm going to do, but I'm sure I can come up with something that she'll
Oh,
like.
I'm sure you can. Shannon's lovely to stream with. She
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
really is.
And
All right. Yeah,
so
Monica, I've done that too. Well, thank you so much for coming and playing, Beth. I really appreciate it.
yep. Thank you for having me, and I'll
Wow.
see you in the chat somewhere.
Yeah. Take care, hon. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, Beth.
Do you want to do a
Bye.
real quick flip through of what you've done?
I can. Yeah.
Okay, let's do that before you go. Okay. Front and center.
So these are the tags I made today, and we've got boys and girls from all over the world. And the boys, they have they're catching falling stars. Oh, I need to put a star in his hand. They're catching the falling stars and putting them in their pockets, collaged on the back, and they all have something positive words.
So they're stealing your wishes.
Yep. And there's nice collages and create healthy habits. That's what we're doing. We're creating healthy habits.
Yes, we
And,
are.
and then he's got kindness going on. And then the little girls, they've got bobby pins in their hair to hold their bangs back. And then they've got little birds, and then they have create a good life and collage on the back. And I think these are more for bookmarks than tags, but but they're cute. They're really, really cute. And then I had time to make 2 hearts. And I really think these are cool. I love them. And they have collages on the back as well. And I think I've got the date on them. I'll put the date on these. These got the dates on them. I'll put the date on their tickets. So they already have the date. So I'll just have to put the date on. So had a fun time. It was a great stream.
Always fun. Always fun.
And I will see you in the chat.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. How are you doing,
Beth, I
Ann?
hope your cough goes away.
Yeah.
It's this room, and I've got cough drops, and I'll be all right once I get out of here.
Okay, good.
All right.
It's allergies.
Oh.
Yeah. I know that feeling.
And it's time to eat. So let's go
Yes,
eat.
you need to do that. You do. All right. Well, thanks for coming, hon. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and we'll see you on the flip side.
Okay, for sure.
Bye, Joe. Still at the store, I guess. So how you doing, Ann?
I'm doing great. I got all kinds of things to hang on here, and I'm gonna leave them long for now till I figure out if I'm gonna add something. But it's got pockets now. It's put together. I do a little more embellishing, figure out how to bind it, and it'll be done.
Awesome.
I'm excited. So
That's awesome.
it has all kinds of little pockets, and I'll probably add more, but for now that's enough.
Yeah.
So I got a lot done.
Hey, Laura. Nice to see you. Nice to see you.
Well, hello, Miss Laura.
Just a heads up, there is a new Facebook group called Crafting for a Cause. And because Defy is no longer on Facebook, this has kind of taken its place. Yes, no, sort of like Laura. But anyway, you guys should check that out if you're doing crafting for a cause. It's going to be a fun group for sure, for sure. You'll post a link. Thank you. That would be awesome. It would. It would. Oh, that's an interesting stencil.
Isn't
That's
it?
an Aztec-y kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one.
I have fallen in love with what I call no-name stencils. You know, the buy 12 and you get them for $3 or something.
Yeah. Where do you get those such?
I think this one came from Amazon, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure because I don't keep track of it very well.
Yeah.
But I find, you know what, they work just as well as the $15 stencils.
Oh, so. Yeah. I get you. I mean, I still do a lot of mine out of cardstock because if it decides it's going to go for a caca, then it's going to go for a caca.
Yep. I have some out of cardstock too. I keep when I do die cuts, which isn't very often, but when I do, I often keep what I cut it out of.
Yes.
Because that's a stencil too. So
it is. It is.
But yeah, I'm sure that this one is probably Amazon, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
But I have so many now. But
yeah. Okay, Laura posted the Crafting for a Cause group on Facebook.
Oh, yay, Laura. Yes,
Did you-
Belinda, I agree. I don't use the whole stencil. I almost never do unless I'm doing a bunch of backgrounds.
Yeah, exactly. Laura, want to come out to play? I can send you the link to come on and play for a while. I got a free week on StreamYard where I can use as much hours as I want and have up to 10 people on if you are up to it.
We've been playing with tags, Laura.
Yeah.
I'm making a tag book for a birthday present. Because my kids are all kind of at that point where they don't need anything. So
yeah, I know my kids are that way too. Oh,
so
you're
I
just
buy them art. I make them
Magnet?
art rather.
Yeah.
And if they don't like it, oh well.
Yeah.
I had fun doing it, so hey.
Me too. That's the big thing. I just saw a blurb thing, or it was a YouTube video because I scroll through the videos to see what's on, and there was one saying, "Stop knitting things for people on your gift list. They don't want them." And I'm thinking, oh, I had to scroll by because I had all kinds of things I wanted to say to that person. It was a guy, like, ooh, I was just.
Some of those things I read, or the whole, oh, the boomers are all so stupid and selfish and blah, 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 blah. It's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
To me, it's ageism. If we said, oh, the younger generation is all jerks, they'd come down our throat.
Yeah.
It's like.
Some are. Jen was crafting along. She posted her stuff in Beth's group and my group. I started out with good intentions, and now I'm just making them ready that I can stick a focal point on. You know the way I roll.
Whoops. I just dropped a stem. Here's another funny stencil. It's from the Dollar Tree. Look at this. You can turn it. And there's 4 different stencils. Wow. I bought them for when all the grandkids are here around Christmas.
Yeah.
But I thought, hey, that's cool.
I like that.
I don't care if it only lasts 6 months, but this is pretty heavy stuff.
It looks like it's a plastic.
Yeah, it is. And it's thicker than some of the other ones, but it's good. It works. You can tell this one hasn't even been used yet, I don't think. But
yeah. Oh, thanks, Laura.
It serves a purpose.
Yeah, I've been cleaning up. I've lost a whole bunch of stuff in my cleaning binge. I found stuff, like I found my little books that I was playing with. But that watercolor thing that I was doing with Jean on Fridays, that big sketch pad, and it's a big sketch pad. Like, how could you lose that?
You have to find that.
I can't find it.
Oh dear.
You can't find it.
You need to find it because that's really good.
Teal and brown one.
Maybe you rolled it back on the fabric roll?
Laura's in love with the teal and brown one.
What?
Laura says, oh my stars, that teal and brown one.
Which one? Which one? Oh, you're talking about a tag? Oh. The teal and brown. Oh, this one? Or is she talking about?
No,
I don't
probably the one to the left of that.
Should I just flip through it? Because I probably got to go. We'll start at the
right.
Wait a minute. Here, where's the beginning? This is theoretically the beginning, but I think I may have done it backwards. Because that's what I would do. These 2 are too blah still, I think. So I'm going to do something with them. But it's going to be an accordion book. So we'll do a little parade. A parade of tags.
Brenda, exactly.
That's a pocket. Is that the teal and brown one? No, I didn't show that one before. It's teal and brown, though. So that's one side of the book. And then, oops, sorry. This is the other side.
That one with the stenciling on it.
This one?
No, two to the right. That one. Move
Oh,
it.
yeah.
That one.
I love that one.
That one? Yeah. That is awesome. The pattern on there, right? Like the
Yeah.
pattern punches
It's
it out. So
copper and
beautiful.
brown and teal. That's just a gel print. Well, just it's gel print. They're all gel prints pretty much except the map.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're all.
It's for one of her sons. I think he's going to absolutely love it.
Yeah, and I'm going to write. See, there's some pockets. I'm going to write little things on it, like things that he is like big-hearted and kind and generous.
Yeah. Are you going to put the definitions on them too? Am I not here? Or did Anne time out? Which one of us timed out? Am I still here, guys? Or I'm holding out. Let's see mine. Yeah, and I did this one, but I don't like it. Yeah, and poofed. So I did this one. Thanks, Anne. I love you. I don't know where you went. That one. And I did this one because I like chopping up the flowers. And I like chopping up butterflies. And then I just did some. They need focal points, but I didn't feel like dragging out the bin box stuff, right? Chopping up butterflies. Yeah. Do you know what? I like the half. And I'll do that with the flowers too. I like chopping them up and because it looks like there could be something more or you know what I mean? I know they need bits. I don't feel like dragging like I've got my when I was setting this up so that I sent it to Carol as the digital. She won it. And so I've got a sheet of those that I could chop up and put on there. I might do that. Because Laura, you would be very proud of me. You would be very proud of me. I actually managed to do it so it fits nicely on the sheet and things aren't, missing hunks. I actually managed to size it. I'm so proud of myself. Yeah. Focal points. I just feel like doing kind of nothings right now. I know. I'm proud. So, because, when I did my robots, things are half off. Yeah, your phone died. Oh, no. Well, thanks for coming and playing, Anne. I really appreciate that. She had a really cool setup. Those of you who are just coming in, it was like a T-square, but it was really nice and flat. And it had sort of something like that. So then she had her fabric going over it, and she snugged up the tags to the fabric at the bottom of the T-square. So that's why it had, you were happily talking to yourself? Yeah, I get it. So it had the nice space for when she's doing the accordion book. So I'm definitely going to have to try that out. Definitely. It is I was busy yesterday because everybody came for supper and I prepped a whole whack load of stuff so I didn't have to spend the day cooking. I still spent the day cooking. I was making taquito cake, which is kind of like tacos, but in layers with the tortillas flat in a springform pan. And so I had the meat done, I had the veg chopped, but it still took an awfully long time to put it all together. And I don't know. I felt like I was cooking all day. So, and because I'm used to having things set so that everything's timed, mind you, I did wash my floors as well, which is really not a smart thing to do before you have a big family dinner because your floors get pretty darn messy after that, too. Anyway, I did wash the floors, but it just felt like I was in the kitchen all day, and they didn't leave until 8 in the evening. And I was up and doing things from 6 in the morning. But I mean, I baked muffins and, it was just a long day. It was really, oh, and I did my rows in my Afghan. I was just busy. Anyway, so I don't have a brain today. Tamale pie. Yeah, I don't know what you call it. So it's got like we call it taquito cake. So it's got the tortilla on the bottom, and then it's got the filling, which is like taco meat and black beans and peppers and corn and onions and like a taco sauce. And then you put cheese on, then you put another tortilla on, and you layer it like a lasagna. Mexican lasagna? I don't know. So anyway, I did that. And because there were 12 of us, I made 3 of them. And yeah, it just seemed like I was busy all day, but I can't tell you why that. Yeah, leftover chili would work good too. See, when I do if I've got leftover chili, I do like burger bowls with chili, like do a burger and put the chili on top of that. Cakes and pies the day before. Yeah. Yeah. And also I did like roast vegetables. So I was chopping up veggies for the roast vegetables. We had roast vegetables. I did muffins. We had the keto cakes, and then I did a huge pan of wings. Oh, that would be lovely, Lord. That would be absolutely lovely. Cornbread batter, green chilies and cheese. Yes. And then on the vegetables, I used like a homemade Cajun seasoning. So it's got like the chili and garlic and thyme. Can't remember what else is in there because I make my own spice mixes too. So it was a very hodgepodge meal, but it was good. It was good. And then my daughter brought dessert. So, those divided platters that you do for vegetables? It's got the thing in the center for the dip or whatever. And there's usually 4 to 6 sections. Well, she filled it with all different kinds of candies and chocolates. So, she said, just a nibbly dessert because a lot of times we don't want a big hunk of cake or whatever. Okay, Moni, I'll see you shortly. Thanks for coming and for playing while you could. I appreciate it. So anyway, we had this nice big platter, and she had after 8 mints in there, and she had macaroons. She had fuzzy peaches. It was just fun. It was just a lovely, lovely, light, snacky dessert. And so we've kind of decided that's the kind of desserts we're going to want for family dinners because there's always, yeah. Anyway, that's kind of it. And then of course, everybody gets leftovers because there's always so much leftovers. My grandson and his partner got the bulk of it because, they're young and they're just starting out and it just helps. Just helps out that little bit because they were supposed to have the meal and then they were going to go to the gym and go grocery shopping, but then they didn't have to go grocery shopping because thank you, Laura. Thank you for putting that in. Yeah, Monica's trying to get her watch hours, by the way. So yeah. So anyway, they took the bulk of the leftovers, so they didn't have to shop until tomorrow. So that's kind of nice. Okay, so it has been 3.5 hours, and I'm going to say goodbye for now. I may do a pop up a bit later. I'm not sure. Like I said, I've got StreamYard, and oh, thanks, hun. Yeah. Anyway, 3.5 hours. I appreciate everybody who came up and played today. We had quite a lovely batch of creative ladies, all different things as usual. That's why we're Feral Artist Group. Thanks everybody in the audience. I appreciate each and every one of you. Everybody up in the balcony, you guys didn't throw tomatoes and the popcorn didn't hurt, so all's good. Thanks to everybody who watches the replays, and hugs to you all, and we shall talk very soon. And I'll probably catch you over at Monica's. Bye now, guys. Big hugs. Have a great day. And I'll see you Tuesday. I don't know what I'm going to be doing on Tuesday because I haven't done the calendar yet. I don't know if I'm going to get a calendar done for this month or not. We'll see. But next Sunday, we're doing fashion dolls. Hugs, everyone. Bye now.